Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to My Taste in Music Sucks. I want to try to zoom this out a little bit because I have a cool shirt on, but
Oh,
yeah,
it's Schoolhouse Rock shirt.
yeah. But yeah, welcome to My Taste in Music Sucks, the show where myself, Keith Miller, and Mr. Christopher Icon sit down and talk about an album that does not suck. And this week, oh my God, man, this album is so fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, holy, the fact that this kid, well, it's, do you want to go ahead and talk about the album because you brought it to the show?
Sure. I don't know how much we want to get into the whole
Yeah, just
deal
what
at
the album
first.
is and stuff, and then
Absolutely.
yeah,
A couple weeks ago, you brought up album of the year, and I couldn't think of nothing. And then I really got to thinking the more we talked about experiences and stuff. I got the chance to see these guys early on in the year, and they were phenomenal. So that makes it my album of the year. I think everybody should hear it. It's got great songs on it. It classifies. So I chose or brought to us, however you want to word that, Braden Stewart, and his album is Better Part of Me. I went with the deluxe edition just because we got more songs, and that's always a good thing. So there it is, Braden Stewart. They're a blues country crossover group
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah,
kids. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's why I chose this one. It's my album of the year. I absolutely love this group, and I'm looking forward to telling you guys about it and hearing Keith's opinions.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that this kid is 20, and I think he was like 19 when they recorded this. Holy shit! I mean, just man.
This was their
Um,
first tour outside
yeah,
of where they're from
they
Texas.
right. They went on tour with Blacktop Mojo.
Yeah, yeah, that's who we saw them with.
That's pretty dope, man. Yeah. Was Them Dirty Roses on that tour too?
No,
Okay, because uh, Blacktop Mojo and Them Dirty Roses were just in Cincinnati about a week or so ago.
oh damn, I wish I'd have
Not,
known.
not sure who else was with them, but I love Them Dirty Roses. They're a freaking great band, man.
Yeah, they really are.
Um, so yeah, I mean, this album, like literally as soon as the first song started, I said, "Holy fuck." And that's literally what I said, dude. Like it's so good. Um,
It starts. Well, they started the show with this too, with Friends
yeah,
and Snakes.
yeah,
It, man, there's just so much going on that I personally love right out the bat. I like the guitar tones.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like Braden's voice a lot. He
yeah.
chooses to do things with it that you wouldn't think would work with such a raspy voice,
Right,
especially later in the album.
right.
But he does a lot of really neat vocal things where you almost it's like hear a little bit of the Eagles, but not enough. Or I don't mean not enough, but not enough to be derivative.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In this song, it just grooves right out the bait, right
Yeah, I
out
wrote
the
Groove
gate.
too. Yeah, I wrote Groove. It sounds whiskey soaked.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a song that you would hear someone playing in a bar in the
Yep.
best possible way. Um, and to me, like just right off the bat from his first song, I got Springsteen and Petty and Skinner, big ass guitars. The guitars are awesome. And so this guy is basically marketed as a country artist,
Yeah.
but nobody in country music has guitars on their albums that sound like this. This guy is playing like big guitar solos, like just
Yeah.
man.
Even later on in some of the surprises that we'll get into with the different styles, there's still
Yeah,
a lot of guitar work. But this
yeah,
first song, it's right there in everybody's face. This is what blues rock is.
yes,
Sounds like Texas, where they're from.
yeah,
The lyrics are so every man.
yep, yep,
And to
yep,
me, songs like this, they have that primal build that you and I were kind of talking about. That
yeah,
kind of, well, I mean, I saw him live. So obviously, my human was with me, and
Right.
this is that kind of show where I'm standing behind her, pull her close. You're both just kind of.
Yeah.
It's that primal kind of, especially for me. I don't know if it's because I love blues music a lot, but
Right. Yeah.
right out the right out the gate, this song just speaks to me the way it swings and it's got that groove to it. It's got some swagger in there.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, this is a great song to kick off the album, and honestly, like the whole album is just great. I mean, I don't know, like it's funny because when Casey and I was listening to the album, and
Hmm.
Casey came in and he was like, uh, he wanted me to go do something, and I was like, "But I got to concentrate on this because this is for the podcast." And he thought it was somebody who I was going to be interviewing. He didn't realize that it was for our podcast, but either way,
Right.
um, he goes, "This is really good. This guy's country," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, it's country music." And then he was like, "But the guitars aren't country." I was like, "Yeah, man." And then he stood up and did like a thing, like he was air guitar into it. It was really cool. And then he kept coming back in to check on the album while I was listening to it. He liked it so much, dude. So that and Casey, my son is 11 and
Right.
mostly listens to hip hop. His favorite rock song is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
I think
Um,
it's the style of music, right? It's so like like we're saying, it's just primal. It just speaks to
yeah.
people. Even an
So good.
11-year-old, he doesn't
Yeah.
know it, but he's like, I whatever this is, I
Yep.
like this.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And he never does that. Like the fact that he kept coming back in. And I mean, he'll listen to music when I'm listening to it. I listened to the Goo Goo Dolls' greatest hits today, and we had fun like singing along and stuff because the Goo Goo Dolls are, if you sing along to the Goo Goo Dolls, that's what you do.
Right.
But like, yeah, but just for him to have that kind of a reaction. And then we were walking to work today because he knew that I was going to be doing the podcast at some point. He said that guy is so good, and I was like, I know, dude. I know. He just said it like with no prompting, no nothing. He just said it. So
Right.
it's pretty cool, man.
Each of the guys in the band, maybe he founded. That's
Yeah.
why they kept his name, but
Right.
um, they don't overshadow each other. It's not like
Right on.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, you're gonna get Stevie, right? He's gonna be front and
Yeah.
center
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that guitar.
Yeah.
It's more of a, it's honestly more modern country. It,
Sure.
I kept getting this vibe of like well, maybe we should go ahead and move to the next song
Yeah.
because
Let's talk
Friends
about
and
the next.
Snakes is
Oh,
blues.
sawdust, man.
Sawdust is the start of this just American country western. It's just, I don't know.
So here's the thing. Like I really liked Friends and Snakes. From
Mhm.
Sawdust on, it feels like he's writing songs about my life.
Mm,
This is all stuff that I experienced. Like having a simple life because maybe you guys don't have that much money or whatever. You know
hmm.
what I mean? And wanting more out of life
Hmm.
and being nervous about leaving what's familiar, but knowing that there's better things out there and that there's nothing left for you where you're at.
That open road calling to you type
Yeah.
feeling.
I mean, that's my life. That's my experience. That's what I went through, you
That's
know?
my that'd be how I sell the blues to people
Yeah.
because we're talking about the bass and the drums are just primal. It just you just want to groove to it. And like
Yeah.
you're saying, it's whether it's the tone in his voice or the lyric content, it sells it. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
so like you were saying, it just speaks to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know like how many people out there have ever are familiar with sawdust.
I have
Um,
no idea.
yeah, so sawdust is uncomfortable. So I think like the initial image of his bed is turned to sawdust. It's
Hmm.
not just that it is like broken down to nothing. It's broken down to nothing that is also uncomfortable. You can't
Hmm.
lay in sawdust, dude. It doesn't feel good, you
Right.
know? Um, so that is to me that first image where he first uses the word sawdust, I was like, I get it. Like I
Hmm.
understand what this song is saying. Like, and then this whole house turns to sawdust at the end, it's like not just that it has crumbled into nothing, but it's crumbled into nothing and it's uncomfortable to still be in.
Right.
I mean, that's such a cool choice.
It's broken down to its base
Yeah,
element. Like
yeah,
there's nothing there no more. It's just sawdust.
yeah,
And I like how the song ends.
yeah,
I wrote in big red letters here, what an ending. Because
yeah.
I think it was his voice, right? The way he starts to like really kind of draw out the notes.
Right, right, right,
Yeah,
right.
this is
And
just
I like
go
the
ahead.
opening too. Like there's some slide guitar, which I love slide guitar. So I was like,
Yeah,
all
that
right,
he busts that out a bit later too.
yeah, there's some slide guitar in the beginning of that song, which I thought was really neat.
Yeah, there's a lot of like what I would call classic blues beats and bars and all that in it,
Absolutely.
but the way
Yeah.
it's kind of like softened.
Yeah. I think really like there's two songs on the album that are traditionally based in the blues.
Hmm.
The rest of it is like the blues that you would think of when you think of like Stevie Ray Vaughan or Buddy Guy. It's like
Hmm.
electric blues. It's still blues, but it's the blues that like leans towards rock and roll, you know?
Right.
So but yeah, I mean it's we're on the second hour or the second song and it's already just like, man.
Find a way to speak to you. Most
Yeah,
we say it all
yeah,
the time. Good
yeah,
songs do.
yep.
And
Well, I
that
mean,
go
yeah.
ahead, yeah.
No, I was gonna say, so speaking of that, like tell me why the next song you could really hear the emotion in it, And then there's a lyric in the chorus where he says, Hold me close, but mostly hold me down. I have been in that relationship. I wrote on the freaking paper, oh my God, I've been in this relationship. So
Right.
like it's like it starts out, he's like talking about my childhood and growing into like the point where I felt like I was too big for what I grew up in. And then he's literally talking about like relationships that I have been in. It's just like, fuck. Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's so I don't even know, man. This album, three
It's
songs
well
in,
written.
Yeah.
He's writing
That is
about
one thing. His lyrics are freaking incredible.
they're
Like,
simple, but they're
yes.
like some like double entendres and some
Yep.
interesting choices for words that double for different meanings that are
Yes.
really interesting.
Yeah, and even like some of the imagery too. Like the imagery in Sawdust is all it's clear,
Mm.
you know?
Mhm.
You can see it. Um I think he does a really, really good job. Later on, there was one song that definitely like I mean, we'll get to it because it's here somewhere. But there was
Right.
one song on here that sounded cinematic to me. Like it sounded like he was writing a movie. It's
Hmm.
a song, but yeah, his lyrics are freaking incredible.
And
Yeah.
that's that um
And he's a
early
baby.
country western. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
that early like the origins of country western music to me
Yeah.
was telling stories. People always
Yeah.
made that joke that it's all she took my truck and my dog. But here's a kid that's 19 singing
Yeah.
about, or not just singing about these kind of things, right? Writing
Yeah.
about it and making you feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. And dude, here's the thing about old country, man. You say what you want, but like those guys were and those men and women were singing songs about life,
Hmm.
you know? Singing and life isn't always great. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you gotta feel that. I mean, that's just how it is. I think people came around to the value of older country now. I
The
think the
storytelling
people,
of it. And,
Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings and Hank Williams Sr. I think people respect that music a lot more than they did Patsy Cline, especially in like the '90s. I think people look down on country music in general. Um,
well, I kept thinking about that era, actually. There was like a tone, like there was
yeah,
like an 80s kind of pop country. I keep saying George Jones, but might not
Countrypolitan.
be.
Yeah, George Jones is earlier than '80s. He's like '60s into the '70s. I think he had some carryover, but I don't really know how many actual hits he had in the '80s.
Yeah, I can't quite place my finger on it. It's just like I could plainly hear the tones coming from like an old radio. It's definitely 80s
Yeah,
country.
yeah,
Probably one of those big
like
empty
Kenny
house type
Rogers
songs.
and Kenny Rogers and those guys. That. So basically, what happened was in the '80s, uh, radio started to split, and they started doing like country stations and rock stations and pop stations and stuff. Country music producers and record labels didn't want country music to stop being on top 40 radio.
Right.
So they started changing the production a little bit, and that's how you got guys like Kenny Rogers, women like Crystal Gale, and Dolly Parton's '80s stuff.
Hmm.
Um, the Watching Girls Go By, Mac Davis, people like that were country singers, but the production let them also be on pop radio.
Okay. So maybe
And
that's the kind of sound I'm.
yeah, and they called it Countrypolitan. That's what they called it, actually. It had a
Hmm.
name. Yeah. But dude, I love that music. I love like Roseanne Cash, freaking 7 Year Ache. That's a fucking great song, man. I don't care what the production sounds like. I don't care if it doesn't sound like real country. Like, man, that's a freaking great song. So,
Right. Well, this doesn't sound like real
real
country.
country, right? Right.
Definitely doesn't sound like Garth Brooks. It's
Yeah.
bigger. It's less
Yeah.
fiddle and that kind of twang guitar and a little
Right.
bit more of that kind of pop
Yeah.
strings, a little more open, things
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
which is kind of odd, not odd, but it's kind of neat coming from his voice.
Yeah, dude, definitely. I just yeah, I thought it was funny that when Casey came in and heard it, the first thing that he thought was, well, oh, this is country. This is what he said to me. He was like, oh, yeah,
Right.
this is country. Because that is not the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear it. Like I think of it more as like blues rock. But I
Yeah.
guess I guess it's country. That's what the record label says too. And he just signed to a country label, so I suppose he's country. But
Hmm. Long as he still throws on a couple songs like Friends and Snakes and then
yeah, yeah.
my
He
favorite
signed
one
to like a
later.
big country label.
Nice.
Uh, I'm not sure which one it is though. Something Nashville. So it's like a division. Like I don't know if it's like maybe it's Columbia Nashville or something like that. I forget what record labels even still exist these days.
Right.
But
It
yeah,
doesn't surprise me. They're good live. That translates great live. They can take either energy, right? They can take the Friends and Snakes and then go
right,
into like Tell Me Why. I remember them
right.
playing that. Song number four they played, and um,
Mhm.
the way they did it, I guess since we're going into song number four, I'll talk about it just
Yeah,
briefly,
run away
is
with
it
me.
was
Right.
more like a stripped down, they were just out there with their guitars,
Okay.
and the drummer had one of those like box thingies
Oh,
that,
neat.
yeah, and
Okay.
that was like maybe the middle of the show. They just brought
Okay.
all the energy into that. And
Very cool.
Run Away with Me is that's the fourth track, is a
Yeah.
really neat song. It's got this like swagger in it that just kind of builds as it goes.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought that this song was kind of based on like almost like a blues shuffle.
Hmm.
And with this song, I was like, okay, so this is what Texas blues sounds like when I was listening to it. I thought it had like a really like regional sound to it, like
Hmm.
and I liked it a lot. I mean, that's the first
Sure.
three songs kicked my ass so much that like I kind of took a little bit of a break from writing about the next couple. I wrote very short notes for the next couple, but
Yeah, I
but
have
yeah,
a note about some of the lyric choices a little bit later that's
yeah,
along those lines kind of funny. And well, we've been pretty much putting it over, but I wrote down for this song specifically that the lyrics were just so down to earth. They were for everybody.
yeah, man, yeah, 100%.
And that's the blues thing. That's that grit, that core that speaks to just the, I don't know.
Right. I mean, there's a couple different styles of writing. There's,
Mhm.
people who write like cosmically, I suppose, where they're
Mhm.
writing for like bigger, bigger statements, and whatever.
Right, yeah.
And then there's people who are writing for like you to relate to, you know?
Mhm.
And that's definitely what he's doing. Like this whole album is songs that could, like I said, it felt like he was writing about my life. So,
I said the same thing in another song a
yeah,
little bit later on. It's just so well put together. And I don't even really care that much for country music,
right, right, right.
but they still managed to keep all that like kind of rolling bass, but it's subtle. It fits in the overall tone of kind of a softer country album.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, and that was just, again, that's the fourth song. The fifth one kind of changes things
Patience.
up again, too. It's called Patient and
Yes.
Honest.
Yes.
It had another interesting tone start that I really liked, too.
Right.
Just, I don't know.
So,
And then, go ahead.
yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, I thought this song was probably the biggest departure on the album. It sounded to me almost like a 70s soft rock
Yeah.
song. Um, and I was singing along to the chorus. I felt like this song I feel like had like a real radio, like a radio that I grew up on kind of vibe.
Right.
So yeah, it was a totally different, maybe not a totally different style, but I felt like it was the biggest departure from the other
Mhm.
stuff on the album. Um, and yeah, I mean, again, it was good. Like it's just really
I
good.
liked how, because of his voice, it
Yeah,
sold like every word. Like
yeah,
every word he chose, it was, and I'm sure it's because he was really feeling it when he writes it, or maybe he just
right.
has that voice, but it makes you feel, especially for heartbreak songs, his
Yeah,
voice, it's made for it.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then speaking of heartbreak songs,
Bandy
Bandages.
was,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, man.
And I wrote down that there was something about the combination of his voice and the guitar work. Just it made this song a. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yeah.
You're just like,
So,
"Urgh."
so yeah, the fact that you can hear the strings snap and drag and like, they obviously one mic'd the guitar really close,
Mhm.
and then two, um, down tuned the strings a little bit so that they would be ragged sounding,
Right.
and then he almost takes all the rasp out of his voice in this song, and it just sounds so vulnerable and sweet and like, yeah. And I actually quoted one of the lines: "Take it slow, but hurt me fast, because I stopped living for things that last."
Mm.
Man,
And he's 19.
no, what the hell, dude?
I have no idea.
That is me, but I'm an old man, you know.
Which
But wow, those are the words of someone who has given up on love and
or yeah,
just realize like the shit hurts, you know. So go ahead and hurt me because I know this is not gonna go anywhere.
have we I thought I would have wrote this down, but I didn't seem to. There's a hook. It's definitely a vocal hook in
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of his songs where he says, what's a guy like you or what's a girl like you doing to a guy like me?
Right, right. Isn't that Runaway?
Like, was it Runaway?
It might be Runaway with me.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
because of the that's got that bass beginning.
Right,
Yes.
right, right.
It's just how he says things
Yeah,
and
yeah,
his voice. A lot of, you would think at 19 there would be some I don't want to say sloppy, but just
yeah,
some playing where, you're still young, you're still learning.
yeah,
No.
yeah. I kept thinking of Johnny Lang, and it's not the same. Well, it is actually very similar style of music, but the fact that Johnny Lane was also like 19 when he made his first album
Yeah,
and sounded like an old blues man, you know, like "Lie to Me." Holy shit, dude, that song does not sound like a 19-year-old is singing it.
right.
Um, it's kind of the same. It's the same with this guy, but
Mhm.
you know, and I think Johnny Lang's from Texas too. So there you go. Something's
It
going on.
wouldn't surprise me. There's a whole thing going on down there where all of
Yeah,
the bands, be it some of the metal that comes out of there or, the straight up country, all have that kind of blues, smoky voice, kind of smoky
yeah,
guitar tones, that very
yeah.
earthy, a distinct sound. We've talked about Seattle and their sound. Texas
Right.
definitely,
Has a sound. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Mexican influence. You know.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, so since we were talking about how it definitely feels very Texas, the
yeah.
next song, Better Part of Me, that song is a small town. I grew
Right,
up in a small
right.
town. This song is the perfect representation of just being a kid or a young man in a small town.
Yeah, yeah. This was the song that I wrote. Feels like a movie.
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, like it feels like he's talking about life
Yeah.
as a picture, as a scene, as a Um, I liked the ringing guitars in it. When the first time he sang "Believe," the
Hmm.
way that he sang it, it made my heart jump. I was like it's just so startling, like his voice. Um,
He knows how to use his voice
yeah,
and
absolutely. And there's one thing about this that is pretty common for the blues and country. Um, the rhythm doesn't change much from song in the song.
mhm.
Like you kind of lock in. But on this song, there's multiple rhythm changes. There's multiple tempo changes. And it was really cool to see him play around with that. So I wrote that down with an exclamation point because I didn't expect it.
Right.
I didn't
They're just
expect, you
young
know.
kids that hear everything, I'm sure,
Yeah,
playing country. This is country music to 19-year-olds, I would imagine, right?
yeah, yeah, sure.
Because Johnny Cash, well, Cash might not be a great example because he was also telling stories like Folsom Blues.
Sure,
But there
sure.
are there are a lot of those country singers that this is just what they're doing, man. They're just telling you this is life. This is
Yeah,
really life. It sucks. It
yeah,
hurts.
yeah.
Sometimes it's good, right? There's good country love songs,
Yeah, yeah.
but there's this, we
Might be
all
a
know
couple.
there's these parts of life that frickin' suck. It's usually like
Yeah.
heartbreak and loss and that kind of thing.
Well, it's funny because I am a big Dramarama fan, and Dramarama's
Hmm.
not country, obviously. But they have one happy song. And it's funny because when I had John on my podcast, I totally should have asked him about it. But and it's on, I think, their fifth freaking album. So it took them 5 albums to record a happy song. It's just like, and then they only have one.
Right.
It's just like, you know,
Yeah, no, I get it.
yeah.
That's
So
like,
who knows?
I don't know, some people that's just what they choose to express when they're writing.
Yeah, yeah. And some people that's their experience too.
I wonder some of it as that pull in guitar work in blues because
Yeah,
some of those strings they just sound sad. It's
yeah,
like they pull at that heartstring or however you want to they vibrate at
yeah,
that level. So maybe if you're thinking, well, I love the blues, that's instantly going to put you in that mindset of that means the strings, they have to sound like,
Yeah, dude, weeping, you know.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, the sky is crying.
I was thinking as my guitar gently weeps, but
Yeah, yeah, same. I thought about
yeah,
that too. Yeah. And the original version of My Guitar Gently Weeps maybe isn't so bluesy, but then Eric Clapton redid it and
right.
made it really bluesy. And not a big Clapton fan, but
He can play.
he's done a thing or two here and there. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. He's okay
yeah,
at the guitar.
yeah. He's all
So,
right.
song eight, I listen to the song all the time.
Oh, it's so good,
All the time.
so good.
Right off the bat, it's
Yeah,
just everything I like. Let's
yeah,
go.
yep,
Everything about it. And then
yep,
when he says, I'm gonna make my money and come back home to you, baby,
yeah,
right on time. That's man shit. That's
yeah, yeah,
coming
yeah,
home from the factory. Just I'm just getting my money and I'm coming home. But it'll be
yeah.
right on time, like I said I would.
Yeah. Except he's talking about like running guns or something. So
Probably just weed.
you think it's just weed?
Yeah, yep. Because to set up the song, mind you, I hadn't heard this yet, so I had no idea this was coming. So the
Yeah,
only thing they played that was bluesy heavy would have been Friends and Snakes. But it
sure.
doesn't matter. I'm all in. So he
Yeah,
gets up there and he's like, you know, this song is about the things you learn on the road and growing up and the people. And he goes, nah, just kidding. This song's about drugs and goes right into the.
right, right, right. So it might not be weed. It might be because I mean he's talking about smuggling
Hmm.
something, and there's so much that he can't even lift it by himself.
Right,
And it's from Mexico to Texas, like back and forth across the border. So
right.
that actually sounds like cocaine. That's what comes out of Mexico, dude. You know what I mean? So he probably was, you know, working on a little,
But
so
there's several ways you could take it because he
yeah,
plainly says his buddy doesn't have a green card.
right, right. His
Yeah.
buddy doesn't have a
And he
green card.
says the whole car smells like cheap pot.
That's true. And he does talk about catching that Mexican wind, right? And the
Hmm.
Mexican wind is see, I figured that the Mexican wind was the smell of weed, but I thought they were just smoking it in the car. But
To me, it was just the old
definitely,
school. A
yeah.
lot of
So he definitely could just be uh could
a
just be
lot of
weed.
a lot of that got smuggled up out of. I
Yeah,
mean,
fair, fair, fair.
they used William Randolph Hearst, the guy that had a lot to do with getting weed. He, I don't know what that's called, criminalized, whatever. They used
Yeah,
to. They would say that Mexicans and black men were smoking it and raping white women. And it's like all marijuana means, I believe, is like Mexican wild, either weed or
wild weed.
flower. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. So
So
yeah,
there's
I
a
mean, honestly, now that you've really broken it down, they probably is just talking about moving pounds
right.
of marijuana.
I also loved the double entendre right after when he says baby right on time. We say he's
Yeah,
gonna lay was it my weary head next to you
yeah,
where the sun doesn't always shine.
right, 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 right.
Nice little double entendre there.
Yeah. So this song kind of reminded me of like 80s rock. I felt like he was leaning into that here and there with all of the guitar work, like especially
Hmm.
the solos. And I feel like this song with the like open road and the outlaws, the outlaw imagery and stuff, like really made me think like of an 80s rock song. Um, and I
Yeah.
also wrote, this kid is fucking talented.
Oh yeah.
I also wrote that when this song came up.
Yeah.
So
This because it sounds like the whole album. It's like they're kids.
yeah,
They're kids,
yeah,
and the if you just get into the skill of the instrumentation, right? That
right.
alone is, I think, personally, seems to be beyond their years.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
the way he sounds, it's that, especially for Mexican Wind, he's got that grizzled old, just
Yeah.
roadhouse. These kind of bars don't really exist anymore, just sawdust. Like everybody's probably seen the movie Roadhouse. It's
Right,
Jeff
right,
Healey
sure.
playing behind that
Right,
chicken
the
wire
fence.
fence.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's
Ladies and
different.
gentlemen, Dalton.
Thought you'd be taller.
Oh man,
I love that movie. Shut up.
yeah, that's pretty good.
And then again, I no, I went back and checked. I
Yeah.
thought Mexican Wind closed the original album because that'd be a
Um,
great bookend. It
no,
doesn't.
one more. Yeah, it has
Yeah.
9 songs on the original album. Yeah,
Now, I see why they closed with this next song.
right.
We Got Time, because
Slows
it's
it
like,
way down.
yeah. And
Yeah,
he's kind of letting everybody know that we got time.
yeah,
Like, yeah, this happened, but that's all right. We got time. And kind of that relaxed sort of, and this is the one I wrote, like, I could just picture any scenes from my life with the lyrics
yeah,
I'm talking about, any of them, anywhere, just multiple. It's so down to earth. It's so relatable. You feel it
yeah,
again, the words he's choosing and the way the rest of the band lays down the time too. Like they're not just whatever fading in the background, especially that bass player. If you
yeah,
listen closely, he does some neat little things in there. You're like, oh, well, throughout the whole album, you'll hear it and you're like, okay, it's a sneaky little, almost like a
right.
groove, but the way they're I, just so well put together.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um, the guitar in this song and kind of the rhythm of the song reminded me of flamenco a little bit, but
Yep.
not quick flamenco, not like the, but like a flamenco like ballad, which those do exist.
Right. That's that
So,
surf.
yeah,
Yeah, I heard that
yeah,
too, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was called because
yeah.
it's obviously not surf music,
Right,
but
right.
it kind of
Flamenco is
sounds
like
like that.
so. Flamenco is what you would call before it became a slur, like gypsy music.
Mm.
So and I was just gonna write gypsy music, but I didn't want people to be like, "You can't say that anymore." And then I did anyway.
Right. I
but,
didn't
but yeah,
I don't know any so I don't know. Is that a
yeah.
bad word anymore? I don't know.
Apparently, you're not allowed to refer to people who were traditionally called gypsies as gypsies anymore.
What do they think?
I don't know, man.
You know
I
what? I've seen Snatch. Even if
yeah,
someone asked them what they thought, we wouldn't be able
yeah.
to understand.
Right. Huh?
And that's probably some kind of bad racial slur too. So, if
Yeah.
there are any gypsies,
Dude, Snatch is a good movie, but it's a really hard movie to watch because
Guy
you can't
Ritchie's a
understand anything
great
anybody's
filmer.
saying in that damn movie. Like, especially Brad Pitt's character.
Hmm.
I think Brad Pitt was making up words. I don't think he
No.
was even actually saying anything.
What was
But
it? Scouser or something like that.
yeah,
It's an actual not a
language or
slang,
like a
like a
way to
dialect.
talk.
Yeah.
A dialect. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we've got to finish up this album, but
Oh yeah.
I did. I had John Lees on my other podcast,
Hmm.
and he's Scottish. And holy crap,
But
that's
Timu wasn't.
what's
No,
that?
that was Irish.
Yeah,
Never
but
mind.
that's the first time I've ever talked to a Scottish person in
Yeah.
my life.
Hmm.
And some of the stuff, like when he first came on, before we did the interview, I couldn't understand anything he was saying.
Hmm.
And he was like, if I start getting too Scottish, just let me know. And I was like, well, dude, I'm kind of struggling to hear you right now. And he was like, well, I'll put on my fake American accent. But then when we actually did the interview, he kind of like talked in between
Hmm.
his American accent and his real Scottish accent, and I pretty much understood it for the whole time. There was a couple moments where I was like, "What was that?"
Yeah.
But it was very interesting to talk to someone who was speaking English just like me. But I'm like, "What the hell?" You know, like I had to really pay attention. It was cool.
So, Working Man's Blues,
Yeah,
which is the 10th song, to me, I wrote down honky tonk like a motherfucker. Like,
yeah. I liked the finger picking. I
yeah,
love finger picking. I think I've said that before, and it kind of reminded me of ZZ Top. And not like legs and stuff like that,
right.
like stuff off their earlier albums.
Dude, Fool
Um,
for Your Stockings? That's got some blues in it. That
yeah,
song has got
yeah,
some blues in it.
yes, yeah,
I
for
wrote
sure, man.
down for this song, if you have a pair of cowboy boots, if you like cowboy boots, if you're attracted to cowboy boots, this song is for you.
Yeah, 100%.
It
And cowboy
probably,
boots are dope, by the
it should probably, they don't even make singles anymore, but they should slide them in every pair of cowboy boots.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
only if you really want them. You can't be some, I don't know, fake cowboy. This is like, it's a honky tonk song.
yeah. And it's very interesting because he's obviously. I was listening to this and I was wondering if maybe he was singing from the point of view of his dad.
I kind of wonder if his dad wasn't a blues player or something.
Yeah, just because this is like definitely an older man's song. You
Right,
know, it's not really. I mean, doesn't he say he has like 7 kids in the song or something like that? Like, so it's definitely from the perspective. It's not from the perspective of a 19 or 20-year-old. It's from the
right.
perspective of someone much older with a lot more experience. Um, but he pulls it off just because of his voice. I mean,
Yeah, it
his
makes you
voice.
believe every,
Yeah, his voice
it's
is
just
amazing.
so perfect for the style. Like there was no other option for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Blues and sad heartbreak songs.
I'm glad that he's grown a little bit of facial hair because holy crap,
You should have
some of
seen
the
their drummer.
yeah,
He came out and was standing next to us when Mojo played. While
right,
they took a little intermission, I just walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, man, I really enjoyed your guys' set, and he
yeah,
looks so young. My God, I could probably describe him to you, and you'd be able to picture it. He had his trucker hat
yeah.
on, long blonde
Okay,
hair, and the babiest fucking face on the planet.
sure, sure, right
Just
on.
if I said, "Hey, I ran into some," obviously he was maybe over 18, but if I just said
Yeah,
I ran into some random 17-year-old kid, you could tell he's from Texas, trucker hat
right,
on, babiest
right,
face
right,
ever.
right.
It just
Yeah,
everything about the way they play has years that they just shouldn't. You
yeah,
haven't even lived that long to understand some of these like real heartbreaks, right?
right. Well, you would think, yeah, but at the same time, though, man, like when you're a kid, you feel things so intensely. Like I don't know if you remember like the first
Right.
time your heart got broken, but that shit is
Mhm.
rough.
I'm pretty sure
You
I
know?
told the story. If I remember, I was telling a story about a girl that lived behind me in this trailer court,
Yeah,
and that led to listening to "What It Takes" by Aerosmith in my room alone. I'm pretty sure I told the story in the podcast,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that situation would be my first heartbreak to where I really kind of understood, oh, this sucks, and I
Right.
feel, yeah,
Feel like the world is gonna end.
yeah. If you're going through a heartbreak or something right now, this
Yeah.
album might need a trigger warning for you,
Right,
or
right.
it's
You
gonna
might.
be exactly what you need because you're just
Yeah,
gonna
one or the
bawl,
other. Yeah, yeah,
and then you're gonna be like, well, it ain't that bad.
yeah. Speaking of heartbreak, man,
Vines.
yeah. It burns my eyes to say your name. Are you freaking serious? Did you write that down too?
Yes, I did.
Hell yeah. Are you freaking serious?
Right.
Oh man.
That's exactly that's all I wrote down was just
Wow. Yeah.
really just that line
Yeah.
alone. It's like he's not making words up. He's not using long, confusing words. He's not
Right.
talking about strange, esoteric theories. But
Yeah.
that line is just,
Man.
you get it. You're like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah, dude. And I mean, this song. uh, So this song is just basically about the decline of a relationship when you're in love with the wrong person,
hmm
you know, and they're in love with you too, man, but it's just like it's not fucking healthy
no.
and it just falls apart. And I mean, the fact that like again, they've got the strings on the mic on the guitar mic so you can hear the rattle of the strings. It it adds to the mood of it.
hmm
It makes it feel even more like things are falling apart. Like, yeah, it's just man, song's so good.
I know.
Like, jeez.
The whole time I'm
How did
basically
this
doing
song
the
not
same
make the
thing.
album? How did that song not make the album?
I think
You
I
know?
think he said he wrote it after the album had already been put out,
Okay,
along with
that makes sense. That makes sense then.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Working Man's Blues, maybe all three of these
All
songs.
three of those songs? Okay, that makes sense. Because Vines is just as good as any of the other songs. Like it could have been track 10 on the original album. But
Right.
man, yeah.
It's just, I mean, he wants you to feel it. This
Yeah.
dude at least sounds like his heart is broken, and it sounds like it enough to convince me.
Right. Right. Yeah. For sure, man.
But that's always been the root of blues, pain,
Right.
right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of blues,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
It's not called the happies.
No, it's
You
definitely
know?
not.
It's not.
That's pop music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the album closes with reflections,
Right.
and I just wrote, seriously, I think he just wants us all to cry.
Yeah.
Everyone. Everyone.
Yeah. I think in this song he sounds like Greg Allman, which is a huge compliment. Like
Right.
Greg Allman has one of the greatest voices of all time. So the fact that he even sounds like he reminded me of Greg Allman in this song. Um, but honestly, by the time this song played, I was spent in the best way possible. Like I was every single song on this album got an emotional reaction out of me. It's just crazy. I
Yeah.
feel like if Bruce Springsteen was from Texas, he would be this kid.
Except
And
for
kid, like,
Bruce will tell you that he didn't live any of that factory life. And I have a
right,
feeling, well, he's only 19, so hopefully he's only had to spend a year in a factory, but
right.
it
Well, I
just
mean,
reminds me of all that.
what the thing about Bruce too, though, is his dad was a factory worker and did
Mm,
go through union stuff. And like, even though Bruce was a musician, like from the beginning, he
right.
took a lot of his dad's experiences, and put them into his music. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. So even if he didn't experience it himself, he saw it, he saw it enough to freaking write about it.
Right.
And he
And
said
make you
like that,
feel it.
yeah. And he wasn't like poor, but he wasn't like rich. They were like right there in the middle,
Hmm.
but his dad had to work hard for them to be at that, even at that middle class level.
Right.
So I mean, he did, even like you said, but that's what I mean. Like this kid is 19.
Hmm.
Bruce Springsteen also very young when he started recording music.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I think that if he had lived in Texas, and what I mean by that is this guy just has the same conversational style, the same storytelling ability, but it's stories about life that
Right.
we've all lived, and it grabs you. That's
Right.
and I just feel like, man, um,
We've either been there, know the guy at a factory or a job we worked at. It's so
right,
every man, this
yeah,
album. It's just,
yeah, so
if
good,
you like blues, that's going to be on there. There's some rock on there, but
yeah.
there's accessible country, there's pop.
If you feel
It's
like there's not enough guitar in modern music, boy, there's guitar all over this album.
right.
Every album has a guitar solo, which I appreciate
Well,
because I love guitar solos.
this whole I feel like this whole kind of genre, this Midwestern factory everyman thing, Bob Seger, Springsteen,
Yeah,
I think that whole what's the word? Not atmosphere, scene maybe is dying.
yeah, sure, yeah,
And I think that's where we see a reflection in the more street level music. The stuff that's really catching on is the, let's say, grimier, the kind of inner
yeah,
city. That's, metal and some hip hop.
right,
But this kind of just blue collar, I or dad get up and go to the factory every day.
right. Well, I do think so. You know, Bob Seger, Bruce Springsteen, John Mellencamp, Tom Petty.
Hmm.
They were Americana before Americana had a name.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and so there is the Americana scene is actually pretty healthy. It's just not on the radio or on
Right.
Spotify. But there are, I mean, American Aquarium, dude, that guy, BJ Burham, I think his name is.
I'm not familiar.
Dude, we should do an American. Do you want to do an American Aquarium album? Oh my
Yeah,
God. We could do that next if you want. They have an
sounds
album
good. I got a
called
first rap album too, I think.
oh cool, right on. I've been listening to Kleptos. We could do the Kleptos album. That would be wild.
This kid, I heard about him because he has a song called Cam Haines, who's a famous bow
Okay.
hunter. He's been on Rogan a lot, really inspirational
Sure.
dude.
Cool.
So
Okay.
obviously they played it on Rogan,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's so positive. And I
Okay.
play the one song every day. People have seen me quote it, I'm sure on Facebook, but
Right.
the last quote, the one I remember is um, give me that rise up and that hurt, and I'll give you that
Ooh.
mindset that I earned. He's
Okay.
saying, do your worst, you know,
Right. Right.
beat them
Right.
impossible odds. It's that let's get out here and just get it done, endure. And it's all positive. So
Okay.
I only know the one song. So I thought, hey, we were talking about trying to get into some hip
Doing
hop.
a rap song. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me write down what were this who were we
Uh,
just talking about?
American Aquarium.
American Aquarium. What a name.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Aquarium. All right. What's the album called?
I want to do Laminations. That's my favorite album by them.
All right. I'm writing that down right now.
Cool.
Yeah, we can do that next.
Awesome.
We'll remind everybody at the end of the whatever too.
Dude, oh my, bro, I'm telling you, there are songs on that album that are gonna break your freaking heart.
I
Dude,
don't
I'm
know. We
just
had
telling
Jen Christie doing it. We have
man.
Braden Stewart wants you to cry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. BJ Barham, I think is how you say his name.
Hmm.
He definitely wants you to cry too. That guy is like he's a poet,
Hmm.
right in Americana. Right.
Yeah, but Jim
Yeah.
Morrison claimed he was a poet too.
Okay, but I mean BJ really is a poet.
I shouldn't
Just
have taken a shot. That's all I was doing.
Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison was a poet. It's just all his poems were about his dick.
And drugs, yeah.
Mostly about his dick, though. Did I ever tell you about the book? So I went to like this book sale. They were doing like clearance books, and they
Hmm.
had a table of dollar books,
Hmm.
and one of them was by Jim Morrison.
Okay.
And I was pretty into the Doors at the time.
Right.
So I snagged it as a buck, you know what I mean? And it was a collection of his poems, and then the end of the book was his unfinished screenplay.
What was the
So
screenplay?
yeah, Jim Morrison wrote a screenplay, dude.
Do you
It
remember
was
anything about it?
I think it was based on Riders on the Storm. Like it
Like a
was
Western kind of.
no, Riders on the Storm isn't a Western.
It's not.
No. It's
That song
it's
used to
about
scare the
it's about
crap
like
out of me as a kid.
yeah, Riders on the Storm is about like a serial killer.
That makes sense. I have the story
Yeah.
about that song. Growing up, I must have been real young, real young.
Yeah.
But we lived in this house in Indianapolis, me and my brother, and we were sharing a room. And there was like a thing up to the attic. So already as a kid, there's a thing to go up to the attic in my room.
Right.
I don't. This would have had to been 80s, right? Because I was born in 78. And
Yeah.
this song would come on right
Right.
as my storm. And it scared the shit out of me
This is a
for
scary song.
years.
Yeah.
I'd always wake up and that song would be on, and it would just something about the tone,
This
the
is a scary fucking song, dude.
right.
It is, you know. Um, it's creepy. You know what I mean? And there's
Yeah,
rain in it, and it's just like it sounds like a nightmare. But
yeah, that's a good point.
yeah. But all of Jim Morrison's poems that were in that book were about his dick.
Yeah.
I'm reading it, and I'm just like, this guy is like ode to my penis. Like that's all he writes about. It's just like
I mean, it was kind of, I mean, it sounds funny,
yeah.
but I can kind of picture him just as a giant dick,
Yeah,
and it kind
fair.
of works. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, dude, here's the thing. Like, every woman that Jim Morrison met slept with him.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that's facts. Like he literally just like if you were a woman and you showed up to take pictures of him, he was having sex with you. If
Yep.
you were a woman and you were like his personal chef, he was gonna have sex with you. Like
Right.
he just, because he was a good looking dude and he was a freaking rock star.
Well,
So
he was one of those guys that's all he could have ever been. He was
yeah,
too handsome.
yeah, yeah. He's so
That
good
guy's not going to
looking.
work at Blockbuster. Fucking
Right.
handsome. He's too
Right.
handsome.
Right. So good looking, so charismatic, just yeah, so insane.
Right.
It's just yeah, the dude. I
Well, he
don't
was
know.
only about 19 and stuff too,
He
wasn't
was
he?
super young. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Super young. He was 27 when he died. So
Yeah. Well, other than like what Braden Stewart is singing about, heartbreak, other things that you can relate to,
yeah,
what else are you at 19, 20, 20? You're giant
right.
raging hormones.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
And
Yeah,
if you're in the Jim Morrison type, like a rock star, no one's telling you, dude, maybe you should, like your friends be like, man, I'd maybe calm down on the housekeeper, right? You're gonna catch something. You might want to, come on, bro. Not all the time, but when you're yes
yeah,
men, people that were just fleecing money from Jim, yeah, yeah, whatever,
yeah,
do whatever you want. We don't
yeah.
care. Take more acid, write more
Right. Take
stupid.
more acid. Oh my God.
Right. So it's just, what else was Jim Morrison gonna do?
Yeah, fair. And
And then
and
you
I
throw
mean,
in acid
especially
and you get it.
yeah. Dude, I did a lot of acid for a little while.
I've done
It's
some, yeah.
interesting time. Interesting
Mushrooms were
time.
better,
I
but
never did mushrooms, but
you have done yourself a disservice, sir. I know it is not politically correct or whatever to talk about any kind of substances,
yeah,
but I believe you can take mushrooms and go on kind of like a guided kind of Terrence McKenna level trip where you
right.
can really look at some of your own inner problems
Interesting.
and you can kind of just, I don't need that bullshit anymore.
Okay, right on.
Because the last time I did the mushrooms, obviously I was an adult, set and setting friend, so it was perfectly safe.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's one of the things once I went outside into like the world, you
right.
felt it. You felt a part of whatever this energy is flowing through the world.
Interesting.
And yeah, and it just made me think, well, I like this positive energy. So why wouldn't I just be more positive about it?
Right.
And it's, doing something shifting vibration, something very soul speaking to you in like a soulful kind of way, where
Yeah,
acid was very much a drug for me.
yeah,
It was
yeah, yeah.
very much whatever I did messed up something in my brain. Where
Yeah,
mushrooms,
dude,
where
acid did not help me. That's for sure.
I felt like whatever mushrooms are, right? We don't know
Yeah,
anything about intelligent life anymore. Let's just throw that out there.
right.
I feel like they were trying to tell me something.
Interesting.
And it was more like be more grounded, be more earth, be more living, more flowing. It was didn't last very long because we went back or we walked over to a convenience store, me and my buddy.
Yeah,
So it's not, I don't know. It's a different experience, especially like I said, I was an adult, so I knew what I was
right,
getting into.
right,
So
right,
I didn't
right,
have to
right.
worry about if things started getting a little dark or depressing on your trip. You just tell the other guy, "Hey, I'm starting to." They'd be like, "All right, well, let's watch Reno 911." Or
Right, right, right.
I feel like mushrooms, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Is one of those compounds, is the only way I can put it, because I don't want to say drugs, but
Yeah,
it comes from the earth, and it definitely does something to a human,
yeah.
whatever that is. It needs to be explored. We got to figure out what it is. They
Okay,
use mushrooms to help PTSD. So there's
right,
there's something there.
right on.
Or as
So,
acid.
yeah, I only ever introduced mind altering things into my brain for entertainment. Like, I don't know. I had a friend who took acid and she thought that it like revealed truths about herself. Even if she was on a bad trip, she thought that she was learning lessons. And I would take acid and eat a bunch of candy and put the wrappers on the floor and watch them move around. So, like, I don't know. It was a different thing for me. And also, like hash, like people always say, like, you smoke hash and you get really mellow and you can, like, meditate and, like, study your brain or whatever.
I feel like I've tried hash before and nothing
Yeah.
happened.
I mean, when I smoked hash, I felt floaty. And it was fun. I was like, "Ooh, I feel like an astronaut." I mean, I don't know, dude. I never looked at any of that stuff as anything except a way to like enjoy life a little more. And then when it
Right.
stopped doing that, I stopped doing it. So, so yeah, I mean, I have been clean for the most part since I was 20, and I have been sober for about 10 years.
Yeah. I don't remember when I quit
So,
drinking. There
yeah.
was no reason other than I don't like it anymore.
Right. I always said if it's not fun anymore, then I'm going to stop. Like,
Right.
and I literally, so I went to Q's birthday party, which was a great time.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, it was so fun, dude. Me and Q used to have the best parties. But this was like we were older, obviously, and this wasn't. Drew actually was the one who threw the party for Q, and he invited me, and I
Nice.
came down, and I think it was like his. Well, I'm not going to say because he doesn't like people to know his age,
Fair
but
enough.
it was about 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure it was what his birthday would have been 10 years ago. Um, and I got so freaking drunk and had so much fun. But then the next day,
Hmm.
mentally, I was in a really, really bad place.
Yep.
It wasn't so much the hangover and stuff because I don't really get hangovers, but my brain was just not, I couldn't calibrate it.
You know how the next day on acid or the come down, nothing seems as bright, nothing seems as
Yeah.
mushrooms doesn't
And
do
you,
that.
and you hurt. At least muscles, my whole
Hmm.
body would ache after I took
Like a
acid. It felt like,
tension, like you were
it felt
just
like being in a car accident.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I don't know. Like
yeah. But I
mushrooms are probably the
don't
only
do
thing I
drugs
would
anymore.
do. Maybe
Yeah.
ecstasy if I knew it, like the source was good and all of that stuff. And then it's got to
I
be
never
set
did
and setting.
ecstasy. I never did it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know
But
lots of
it's
people who
more
did, but not me.
curiosity now. I don't want
Yeah.
to be fucked up. I just, what
Right.
are mushrooms? What is that?
Right.
And that's the internal curiosity that is so alive and flows through music. And because we could listen to Mexican Wind and we think the song's
Yeah.
about smuggling. We
Right.
kind of get it.
Yeah.
And we don't have to do any of the smuggling.
Right. 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 I was listening to it. I was like, oh, this is like the Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah. I don't know. Do you know the Four Horsemen?
No, unless you
S-
mean Arn,
no, no,
Flair. Okay.
no. So the Four Horsemen were like a blues rock band. They were kind of like AC/DC meets Leonard Skinner.
What?
Um, yeah. Great band.
It sounds like I would love this.
Yeah, great band, dude. I saw them live like in the 90s. They were so good. Their singer died in a motorcycle accident, which fucking sucked because he was so
Yeah.
charismatic, so talented, freaking good looking dude. But they had a song called Moonshine.
Hmm.
It's about running moonshine. Imagine that. And it was great freaking song, dude. It's just so good. Like, I don't know. But the Four Horsemen, you might have heard the Four Horsemen. Have you heard Rockin' Is My Business?
Not,
Rockin' is my business. Business is good.
I've probably heard it before and just,
Yeah. Well, if it's so good, why am I so fucking broke? It is a great freaking song, dude.
yeah, I'll
Um,
check it out just for
oh
the
yeah. Yeah,
The
I
mix of
love that.
style alone sounds interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think that's kind of missing. I like Skinnerd, right? Not as much
Oh, sure.
just Skinnerd anymore
Yeah,
because whatever. But
yeah.
that kind of style, Mexican Wind, Friends and
Right.
Snakes, Black Talk Mojo,
Yep.
there's not a lot of it that I'm
I
finding.
mean, there's Lucero, um,
LUC,
ERO. Keep the Wolves
yes.
Away. It's a great song, dude.
Um,
Oh my God.
is Deeper in the Deep Dark Woods? No, God, what's the song I have? Lucifer. Among the Ghosts.
Yeah, yeah. So there's them
Ah, I
Dirty
accidentally hit play.
Roses.
Stop it. No one's, I mean, everybody wants to hear that, but you're right. So it's still out there. It's
Yeah,
just,
there's them Dirty Roses. There's
yeah.
that band, oh God, what is it? Sink to the Bottom, I think is the name of the song. It's so good. I think they're called like the Cadillac 3 or something like that. Oh my God, so good. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's just it's not as
Probably as crunchy as I like it.
well, no, it's not as on the radio,
Mm,
is what I'm trying to, but is it even the radio? It's, I guess it's not being pushed by algorithms, you
right.
know? I mean, now it's like everything, the songs that get pushed the most are hip hop, obviously.
Right. Yep.
Every like YouTube clip or TikTok video or whatever is using a hip hop song. It's just how it works. I don't know why, but that's just what it is. I know that because I love my son, and I hear him watching these freaking clip videos, and it's all hip hop.
All right.
Um,
So if we break music down, right, let's
yeah,
say that we absolutely believe as a ritual, it's a thing you can use music to influence and so on and so forth.
yeah,
That's where some of my problem with hip hop comes in because great, it's great storytelling,
right.
but it's almost like it's the opposite of reaching behind you and lifting up the new star or the
Oh,
new
sure. Yeah,
person. It's more the other way around.
yeah,
It feels like to me, right? Especially some of the more modern stuff like Nicki Minaj and just that kind of Jay-Z street kind of, to me
yeah,
it's got a more push everybody else down and keep everybody else in their place so
right.
you are the pinnacle. It's more
Yeah,
ego
yeah,
driven.
yeah. I mean, I think so. Okay, so obviously Southern Rock didn't have that. Like those Leonard Skinner,
Right.
38 Special, Allman Brothers. Uh, what was the like Molly Hatchet?
Yeah.
They all kind of supported each other.
Right.
Black Oak, Arkansas, whatever.
Yep.
Like, but I know, there had to be a rivalry there as well, you know. But I think there's a difference between a healthy rivalry and trying to eliminate everyone who's in the same genre as you. you know?
Right.
And sometimes it does feel like that's what a lot of modern hip hop is doing, you know?
Right. And subject matter is not
Sure.
always important, right? But
Right,
can be important.
right.
That's like,
Well,
and that's bothered me with sports players too, when some of
yeah,
these players do the next to impossible and pull themselves, or however you want to word that, out of the ghetto and
yeah,
then still act in bad ways. It's like,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
turn around and show some of these young cats that
yeah.
there's another option. It doesn't have to be drugs and pimping. It can be hard work and talent and
Right, right.
wordplay and beats. It doesn't have to be, I've got the biggest chain, I've got the biggest grill.
Right, right. Well, I mean, so like there's this female rapper named Doshi, and Casey really likes her.
Mhm.
And I was like, she asked about drugs a lot, right? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, well, I mean, I know she had that one song where all she was singing about was drugs.
right.
And Casey said, well, her biggest song is Anxiety. And I was like, that's the song. There's like a
Mhm.
whole bunch of stuff about drugs in that song. And he goes, I don't know. So, like, I wonder sometimes if the kids are really paying attention, you know? Um,
Hmm. Maybe not,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Maybe it's just because I don't know. Yeah, I don't
yeah,
follow a lot of hip hop, so
right.
I don't really know exactly what that culture as a whole is doing. I just
Yeah,
know like
yeah,
Czarface and the stuff I like.
right.
That's more about the art form of hip hop. But I
Art of the
know
right.
this stuff like drill and name so many of these just let's say bad energy music because I want to be
Yeah,
fair to
sure,
everybody that makes music.
sure.
It's so prevalent and again, it's fine, right?
Yeah,
An adult, I'm like, cool, listen to what you want. I didn't do heroin, but I loved Alice in Chains.
right, right.
But I also see that I had a different parental structure.
Yeah. Well, my parental structure sucked, but I also
Yeah,
did heroin. But my
right,
little brother did. So, I think some of it also has to do with the kind of person you are. Um,
right,
which I am a big believer in uh like nurture over nature.
right.
Like I don't believe, I mean, obviously there's stuff that you inherit genetically,
A
but
lot of stuff, but yeah.
yeah, but I think that the environment either that you choose for yourself or that you are put into
Yes.
determines things a lot more than
Oh,
what you
absolutely.
inherit.
You
So,
learn you learn to walk from your parents and
right,
not in a way where they hold you up. I
right,
walk just like my dad. And
right,
I
right.
think I've said it before on here. It's a very distinct. I've had people come up to me that worked with my dad and been like, "You're James's son." And I'd be like, "Yes,
Yeah,
am I in trouble?" And like, "No, I work with your dad. You walk just like him."
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's something
yeah,
there about before we're even old enough to speak, to know what we're doing, we're still mimicking
yeah.
that.
So here was the thing about me, right? Like I learned right away that I didn't have great role models or a great environment to learn from.
Right.
So I kind of like decided that I was going to learn from Ricky Steamboat, and like
Well, yeah, because
Dick Grayson, you know?
those
Um,
things, no matter how you want to laugh at them or whatever, but
yeah,
comics and pro wrestling, there's a reason those kind of morality plays and archetype of characters speak to younger audiences because it's
yeah,
simple. Good guy, bad guy.
right, right, right.
Robin's a
I mean,
good guy. Robin
yeah,
does good guy things.
yep,
It's so simple, but you're learning, well, I think Batman is cool. And I know
right,
kids growing up are going to be, maybe I could be a little bit more like Batman.
yeah,
He
yeah,
doesn't lose his cool.
yep. I mean, dude, so growing up, Captain Kirk and Punch and the Fonz.
From Punch and Judy?
No, Punch from Chips.
Oh, Chips. I never really watched Chips all that much.
Oh, dude, I loved Chips. And like the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep.
The Dukes of Hazzard could do bad stuff, but they did it for the right reasons. You
Oh,
know?
that's interesting. I see what you're saying there too, because I've always kind of liked that morally ambiguous anti-hero type,
Yeah, yeah.
kind of like an outlaw with a heart of gold type trope.
Right. So that was kind of where like I learned that it was okay to like break the rules as long as you weren't just out there being a douchebag, you know?
Yeah, that's a
Um
really good point.
so
Knowing that
yeah.
sometimes, right.
But
No, I
I
get it.
I learned like the majority of my personal moral code from entertainment and shit.
I
You
bet we
know?
all do. That's why some of these parents used to freak out when newer, more, let's say, edgy content would start
Yeah,
showing up on TVs because they knew, now,
yeah,
wait a minute, we grew up with like Archie Bunker and all that, and now you got
right.
what would be polar,
Uh,
um,
Jackass.
married, yeah, Jackass, Married with Children,
Right, right, sure.
something that's a little more modern, a little
Yeah,
more R-rated, just a little more real.
right, sure, sure, sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I just think like, I mean, I think there are people who learn their morals and whatever from their parents. I think that those people are super lucky,
Hmm.
but I didn't, you know?
I think
I
it's
think
more
Casey's
like
learning a
you're
lot from me,
saying.
thank God, but
Well, that's usually how it goes, right? If you
yeah.
had a bad parent, usually, well, no, it's about 50-50. You're going to
Yeah,
be
because they do say that like if you had shitty parents, you're more likely to be a shitty parent.
right
But
because you don't know any better. But there's also the
yeah,
flip side of that.
right. Where you set out to do better. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. You're like, I don't
Yeah,
know anything, but I'm not that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And honestly, dude, so I am a good parent when I have the opportunity to parent,
Hmm.
but like I have also been a bad parent just because of a lack of being present,
You're learning.
which is a lot. A lack of being present is a lot. I think that is a huge part of being a good parent, just showing up and freaking being there.
Yeah.
That's a huge part of it.
Well,
So
it's a part of any kind of relationship, right? It's
yeah.
one of the things that, sure, parents don't want to go to the football game. Yeah, they should.
Right, 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 right.
I don't know. I don't know anything about being a parent, so
Yeah.
never wanted to.
Me either. Here we
We've
are.
had that conversation too.
Yeah.
There's just, especially bringing it back to the album, that
Yes.
whole just normal, even though I'm not a normal person as far as like what they consider normal personality or the way normal people are supposed to act,
Right.
I'm still just a normal dude like everybody else. The old cliche of put my pants on one leg at a time, I get up and go to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that whatever that accepted baseline is for normal, I think everybody's sort of striving for it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Maybe it comes from parents, because I'm a lot like my dad,
Right. Right. Right.
a lot of ways.
Right.
And then later on in life, when my stepdad joined the family, however you want to word that, now as an adult, I go, oh, man, I'm a lot like my stepdad in ways now too.
Sure. It's funny because I don't think I'm like any of the people who were a parent to me. I just don't think I am. And I mean, honestly, I'm probably better for it. But, in
Yeah, I
some
don't know.
ways, you know,
It's
I
one of
also
those
think I
things.
lacked maturity. I lacked maturity. But
Me, for sure.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Maturity's overrated.
Unless you're a 19-year-old
Yeah.
country and you have a
Yeah.
maturity
Because
that doesn't
then
even,
maturity is, yeah.
there's something about that level of heartbreak too that changes. Well, I would think, I don't know about everyone, but it changes you like in a fundamental way also, or it
Yeah.
should, because you
Yeah.
look back on it, especially if you really loved the person or whatever, you look back on it and you're like, man, that sucked. I know, even saying, I know that bridge is done, there'll never be love with that person again, but I
Right.
still would should look at what happened.
Yeah.
That way, the next time you find someone worthy of dating, you don't make the same dumb mistakes over and over again.
Dude, so like, man. See, and this kind of like, I think lends itself to my immaturity that I feel like I'm not being immature, but I don't know. Like, I would always refuse to like compare my relationships to each other
Yeah, I
or
don't
to
do that
like,
even.
Um,
It's not fair.
yeah, but in some ways, right? Like if someone does all the things that your previous person did
Mhm.
and it didn't work, you might want to go away. This is going to be a bad idea. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
yeah.
I never did that. I was always like, every person is a new person.
Well,
Um,
sure, but we still carry some baggage, right? Like fear of being left. Maybe that makes you a little more jealous or insecure. My jealousy always came more from an insecurity, right? It's
sure,
not
sure,
that
sure.
so and so's better looking than me. I don't give a crap. I'm not a
Right,
vain person.
right.
It was like, well, yeah, of course they're going to be better than me because I'm.
Oof. See, dude, oh my God, I'm so like, okay, uh, I suck at like certain things.
At what?
At certain things, like, unless someone, I don't know, in some ways, I'm good at judging people's character,
I'm a terrible judge of character.
but in other ways, I take people at surface level.
Hmm.
Like, I just think there's some people who are bad at hiding who they are.
Hmm.
Um,
And they're everywhere.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can see them and you know who they are, like, as soon as you
Hmm.
see them. Um, but like, once someone tells me, like, I love you, I'm not going anywhere, nothing else matters or whatever, I just believe them. So
Right.
I don't really get jealous because I'm just like, well, they told me, you know,
Hmm.
that everything's dope. So
Well, maybe you should have listened to Mr. Stewart a little bit more, and he would
maybe I
let you
should have.
know that that
But that
heartbreak is
is
coming.
not the case. Yeah, dude. I'm so bad at relationships. Like so bad at them, you know?
It's because they're all bad until the one's not.
Yeah.
As simple as that is, as dumb as that sounds, it's kind of
Right.
the truth. They're all, and I don't mean bad bell to bell. I just
Yeah.
mean obviously something didn't work out because
Right. I mean, I know people though who like stay friends with all their exes and like don't feel like the relationships were bad. They're like, we just didn't work out. Brother, that is not my history. My history is, dude,
uh,
yeah,
maybe
it's
it's
just
perspective, right?
maybe.
Because when we're looking back on things, we're going to already have a different kind of lens, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if you already have it in your brain that you were this, of course, you're
Right.
going to see it all under that lens. But maybe some of these people you would talk to, they're like, no, no, Keith, you weren't like that at all. You were,
Oh no, dude. Honestly, like, so I think that most of the relationships that I was in were horrible because of the other person.
no, well,
So yeah, I think I've been with some very like abusive, selfish women. It's kind of my pattern. I pick abusive, selfish women.
well, okay. So we all know that people that lean toward being abusive and selfish like that
Yeah,
kind of target their next relationship. It's not so much a
sure.
I met Keith. It's more like
Yeah.
he's mine now. So
Right. And here's the thing too, like most of the women who I have been with were women who pursued me. Most of the time when I pursue a woman, it didn't work out. Like they just weren't interested.
right,
And no matter what, because I'm probably bad at that, you know what I mean?
right.
But no matter what I did or said, it just never pushed it to where I wanted it to go. Um, but
Well,
I'm pretty easy if you're relatively attractive and you are like, I like you. I'm like, oh, thanks. You know, and then it's off to
maybe
the
it's got
races.
something to do with what you're doing as a human, what
Yeah.
frequency you're vibrating at.
I don't know.
Because, in all honesty, if I look back at some of the let's say bad relationships where I can actually put things on a girl and say, hey, that was a whatever.
Yeah.
I was still kind of a piece of shit too. So is, you know what I mean? Am I attracting, especially
Yeah.
not liking yourself when you're young?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not going to, I don't know, believe that whatever the high school crush was,
Right.
that she likes you. You're just not going to believe it, right? You're like, no,
Right.
no.
Right.
So maybe it's more like a vibration thing. So those people, even though it was bad relationships, kind of you guys kind of gravitated toward each other, should have learned a thing, whatever the
Right.
thing is, and
Yeah, I don't know, man.
maybe
I
should have
wish
wrote
I
songs
knew.
about it.
I probably did. I'm sure that
Fair.
there's songs in there somewhere that I
Maybe you
wrote.
should have made the song so you could get that feeling of it's out there now. I don't even have to deal with this
Still,
crap
I
no more.
still want to do a song, dude, or I still want to do an album. I just got to
Well,
figure it out.
your best friend Chat GPT be right there the whole way.
Yes, sir. I'm actually possibly going to record an acoustic cover of Sympathy by the Goo Goo Dolls pretty soon.
Do it.
Yeah, that'll be my first real commercial release, unless you count putting something on MySpace 20 years ago.
I haven't
So,
put any effort into doing anything. Like every once in a while, I'll see like a guitar player post on one of these town pages, and I'll be like, I don't know, what are you doing? Do you want to try to? And it's usually the same thing. You know, we're all old. You got
yeah, yeah,
time. When. So I don't
yeah.
know. It might be just I can be a music enjoyer.
Yeah. I just, dude, I've written so many songs. I've written like 300 freaking songs. I would like to like put at least 10 of them on a damn record.
We
You
try.
know? Yeah.
I mean, none of these artists got there by saying, "Yeah, I should do this."
Fair, fair. Dude, I always think about time machines, man.
Mm,
Um, and like if I had one, what would I do? And how would I go back in time and make myself better? Think about that all the time, dude. And then
huh.
I'm like, well, it must not have happened because if I did, I wouldn't be
You'd
thinking
remember it.
about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be thinking about it. It'd already be fixed. Like I
For
wouldn't
me, it's just more
be
of a
right here.
wonder, what would have happened if I had taken that job in the other state, or
Yeah, sure.
um, who knows? I don't really, I don't think going back and doing anything to yourself works as a theory at all because
Right.
then what?
Yeah, I don't know. I would go
Don't
back in
tell
time.
myself, what? Don't date this girl that broke your heart?
Right,
Okay,
right.
but through that relationship, I learned this or met that person, and it just kind of,
Yeah, I don't think I learned anything from any of my relationships. I think they just gave me stress and mental health issues. So,
hmm,
yeah, unfortunately. But
I
I
think
mean,
I learned everything the hard way.
I'm in a very different place in life than you are. So, you know.
That's
But
true.
yeah, but no,
But
dude.
you have the happier, upbeat music tastes.
Yeah,
And I'm
I
like, no,
guess.
my life is good, you know. I mean, sure, I go to the factory and slave away like every normal person.
Right.
And you're like, well, I'm in a different place than you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have. What did I mean, I like the Cold Stairs. I was listening to them today.
The Cold Stairs?
Yeah, do you like the Cold Stairs?
I don't know who they are.
You would like the Cold Stairs.
All right, I'm gonna write that down now too.
They're a heavy blues rock band.
Okay.
Yeah. And by heavy, I mean like almost metal, but they're blues rock.
I gotta plug the stupid thing in. Like heavier than, say, Mojo or
Think like Clutch or Helmet,
I love Clutch.
but with a shit ton of blues.
All right, I'm
Yeah,
sold.
yeah, yeah, they're good, man. I
Clutch are
like
one of the
them.
best live bands I've ever seen. They're so good.
I loved Clutch. Yeah, seeing Clutch live was so good, so good.
Why is my memory so bad?
I don't know. I wish
Oh,
more
I got
movies
some
did.
Rob Reiner stuff too.
Oh
All right,
man,
who were you
yeah.
just telling me about the group?
Oh, The Cold Stairs.
Cold Stairs.
Yeah. I was trying to think of somebody who I listened to today who wasn't like super happy. I listened to a lot of fucking Kelly Clarkson today, so that doesn't count. And Goo Goo Dolls and
Eh,
Coldplay. I listened to some Coldplay today.
there you go. Have you ever heard their cover of Billie Jean?
I have not.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Have
It's
you
got
ever
a
heard? So, do you know who the Wanted are?
no.
The Wanted are a British boy band.
Oh no.
Um, but they did a really good cover of Viva La Vida. Really, really good cover of Viva La Vida.
I don't even know. Like, all right.
It's a
I don't even
great
know.
song, dude.
That song is so annoying.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man. I
It's
love that song. It's
too,
so big. I love bombastic songs, dude.
to me, it's just so annoying.
Oh,
Everything about it is annoying. It's so just
it's probably my favorite Coldplay
empty.
song.
What? I thought you were talking about the freaking Spanish singer song, Vida Loca.
No, Viva La Vida.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking of
You live in La Vida Loca?
yes, thank you.
That's awesome, dude. It's
I
awesome.
mean,
I was so when I was working at the factory,
hmm
um, I was online. First of all, I did not know that I knew so many words to fucking live in La Vida Loca. But I just started singing that song, dude. And
that's the trick. That's the curse. That's the
yeah,
magic. That's the
and this dude, Chris, who likes to be like a very manly man. He won't
manly
like
men in
he won't
tights.
even like fuck around, you know? Like I will totally fuck around and pretend I'm gay because it's funny.
Oh, that
You
means he's secretly worried that dicks are delicious.
know? Or
There's
like make
no,
or I'll make jokes about having a small penis and like being
yeah,
proud of having a
either
small
you're just a cunt or
and
you're
he
secretly worried that dicks are
yeah.
delicious.
He doesn't make any jokes like that. Like no small penis jokes, no gay jokes, no nothing. So
That's because he has a small penis and he likes penises, which is fine, but he's having a hard time with it.
I get done singing that song and he goes, "That was pretty gay." And my buddy Morgan goes, "I thought it was awesome." And I said, "Yeah, dude, you know what's pretty gay? Sucking dicks."
Yeah,
And I was like, but
that's yeah.
yeah,
I don't know.
because that's what's gay. You know what
It's
I mean?
always so weird to me when people are like literally not afraid, right? Homophobia is a dumb word, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind of not a dumb word. It's just like that's what you're worried about.
right.
Well, you worried they're gonna hit on you? Oh no, no one likes to feel attractive. Get the fuck out of here.
Whoa. Dude, as long as the dude is not trying to like pull me on his lap or whatever,
Right.
I want to be as attractive as I can to as many people as possible. You know, I don't care what kind of people they are.
That's why you should definitely make music because the only thing anything has ever been created ever in all of history is to impress a girl
That's right.
or a mate.
Or a mate.
That's the better way to say it. To
Yeah.
impress a mate.
It's the human mating call. It's our equivalent.
Music.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It's that tribal, it's that like I was saying, it's like a the beats in your pelvis. I don't know how else to even because right, you're just kind of like you
Yeah.
want to swing your hips and you want to
Yeah.
sway when the
Yeah.
bass is, grooving or the drums have got that boom to it. It's it's your heartbeat.
Yeah,
It's
man.
it's how it all
So,
ties in.
yeah. So, I have a question.
Okay,
Um, my client was listening to Sweet Dreams Are Made of These, the
right.
Eurythmics version.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And my friend Paul
Yep.
who's also a coworker of mine, said the Marilyn Manson version is so much better. This is horrible. Um,
Oh wow.
what would your opinion be on that?
They're two different songs. To be
Yeah, fair.
totally honest with you, they're two different. I like the original version. I like
Me
the
too.
Eurythmics.
Me too. I love the Eurythmics.
But
I
Manson did his own thing, man.
right, right, right. And I personally see. I thought Manson ruined that song.
No, I liked it
Right.
from jump. I
That's
liked
why I
it.
wanted to ask you because I figured you probably liked both songs.
I do,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Annie Lennox is one of those singers that, my
man.
God, why didn't she get mentioned enough?
I know, dude. Do you remember when she did her comeback album and it was like all covers
No, I
called
don't.
Medusa? Oh my God, her voice
When
sounds
was that?
amazing on that album. 99, I want to say. Somewhere
Oh,
in the late 90s. There was a song on it called No More I Love Yous that you might have heard.
it sounds familiar. Honestly, the
'Cause
name of it
that
does.
was kind of a big single, but and I never realized that was a cover, which I think was why they released it as a single because it was a lesser known song.
Maybe.
Um, her voice sounds incredible on that album, man. Like she really, yeah. I wish that she had done more because
Well,
you know,
they're still making music. I
right,
think
right, right,
the
right.
Eurythmics
It's
are. I
more
think they got
mainstream
back
stuff, you know.
yeah, they got back together or whatever.
Yeah. Dude, you hear Four Non Blondes decided they're making another album?
Really?
Yeah.
Because anybody cares about that them other than
He-Man? Prince Adam?
um what'd you say about He-Man?
Have you seen that meme?
No.
Someone took like dude, someone took clips from like old He-Man cartoons and it's like Prince Adam singing What's Up?
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's really good, dude. And there's like flying unicorns behind him and stuff. It's so good. Like,
I mean, Linda Perry's a serious, serious artist and
she's
songwriter.
very
She wrote
talented,
a
dude.
lot of stuff for
Yeah.
Pink. I've seen her live.
Yeah.
Her song "You Knocked Me Out" will freaking hurt you. It's one of those songs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they were ahead of their time. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so that album, first of all, the first song that I heard off that album was Superfly.
Hmm.
I thought it was Robert Plant.
Yeah,
You know,
I could see
like
that a little. Yeah.
I was surprised when I found out that that song was even by a woman, you know? Um, and then I think that album is really, really soaked in like the 70s.
Hmm.
I think there's Led Zeppelin and Jimi Hendrix all over that album.
Oh yeah,
And,
absolutely.
and I don't think people wanted that in the 90s. And I think that
No.
that's why, you know, they had the one big hit.
Well, that was the beginning of girl power, right?
Yeah,
G
yeah.
R R R
Oh
L
yeah, like
girl.
girl. Yeah, what was that movement called?
Riot Girls.
Riot Girl, thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Bikini Kill, baby.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I feel like that maybe the songs weren't strong enough as far as having big hooks. Like I don't know what it was, but yeah, it
Well,
just didn't catch on.
yeah, same with a very similar band, but not once you really get into them, Concrete Blonde.
Oh man. Well, and Concrete Blonde though had a whole career, you know. Four
Did
Non
they
Blondes
really?
had one song. Oh yeah, Concrete Blonde had like songs before Bloodletting or albums before Bloodletting and after. They just didn't. Bloodletting was just their moment, you know. Joey and Walking in London, you know, they put out those songs. It was like
Right, but those aren't even the songs I like off that album.
right, fair,
The one I like is Give It Up or Heal
okay,
It Up.
okay.
I
I
don't
like
know.
Joey. Joey's a great freaking song. I think, yeah,
Sometimes there's just, and listened to it when we were listening to Brain Stewart's album, there's just
yeah,
great songs. Everything about it, the vocal delivery, the lyric delivery, the rest of the band, it's just great. It just
yeah,
hits that groove, that pocket, and you're like,
yeah, man.
yeah. We've been
Yeah.
seeing it a bunch where you're just like, I can just sit here in this world, whatever
Yeah.
they're, any way you want to word that, whatever they're laying down, I'm picking up. I'm
Yeah, exactly, dude. I really feel like Braden Stewart, like, it's rare for me, especially the first time I hear an album, to just be all in like that.
right,
Like, I was like, this is freaking good. There wasn't a song on there where I was like, this one isn't as good. You know what I mean? It was just like, holy
right.
crap.
The only like anything you could even knock on the albums is by saying it's a heartbreak album.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, people need those.
Right, but it's a
You know?
country. He's a
Yeah.
country artist with some blues influence.
Right, right, right.
So it's the root of country. It's you could see him sitting in a out in the middle of the boondocks in his farmhouse that's falling apart, needs painted, the
Right,
whole shtick.
right.
Maybe it's the authenticity of some of these styles of music is more what we're gravitating toward because it's
Yeah,
not
maybe.
just Florida Georgia line. To me, that's just
Yeah, yeah,
whatever. And
yeah.
sure, it's country
It's
music,
not my
but
stuff, dude. Yeah.
right. But you hear this and you're like, no, that's
That's like
country
country
music.
music. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
for sure. And that's, to me, that's rare nowadays.
Yeah, because country's more about my big truck and there's a
Yeah.
little bit more of that simple life of meeting the girl and dancing with the girl and
Yeah, I just think I think 90s country kind of made country not as good. And I think it's just been downhill from there. And there is some good 90s country artists like Dwight Yoakam and freaking Randy Travis.
I enjoyed a couple of early Tim McGraw songs.
Oh yeah, Tim McGraw. See, that's the weird thing about Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw has like pop songs,
Mhm.
but then he also has like these story songs that are
Don't Take the
amazing.
Girl is
Yeah,
exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
yeah.
I need to
And like,
watch that video so I know how it ends.
oh, she dies.
No, she doesn't. Or maybe she does. I've heard that she doesn't die.
I
And
don't know, dude.
you
I
you
haven't
get to
seen it.
see her at the end of the video, but I haven't gone back and watched it. A,
Oh
it's a
yeah,
long song and
right. He has a song about suicide too, about like being so depressed that a woman leaves you that you kill yourself, which is not country. You know what I mean? Like
kind
that's
of
not,
is though. Like,
yeah,
right?
kind of, yeah.
It's more,
Usually, if a woman leaves you in a country song, you shoot her
yeah,
and you go to jail.
right.
You don't usually like, you know,
Or she doesn't leave you because you got the biggest truck in town
right,
and you're
right,
always
right.
the
I'm
life
pretty
at the
sure that like,
bar.
I'm pretty sure. See, it's been a while since I've heard the song, but I'm pretty sure he gets an answering machine message that she's leaving him, and he fucking
Mm.
kills himself, and that's the song. Like, there's no redemption. There's no psych. Like, he fucking kills himself. It's like, man. Yeah, Tim McGraw is serious, dude. And he has a great voice. But for
There's something
everything.
about heartbreak that just makes you not want to go on,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, fair.
Especially when you're going through it. Looking back on it, you can go, wow, were you kind of a little emo there, kid, or
Yeah,
later on a little.
yeah, dude.
But
I mean, every time a real serious relationship has ever ended, especially when I didn't see it coming,
mm,
I've been suicidal afterwards. Like every time.
maybe it's just the uprooting of like
Your
what
whole
you
life
thought
falls
you're.
apart,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like that's what it you see, okay, so like when Kara and I split up, okay?
Hmm.
We'd been together for over 10 years, going on 11 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
We had two kids. Um, our whole dynamic was tied together.
right,
Our relationship was kind of blah. Like that's reality, you know?
right. Yep.
Um, so she fucking she woke me up from a nap after I'd been working all night and told me that she didn't love me anymore because, and, I mean, whatever. I don't have to tell the reason, but no, I'm going to tell
Right.
the reason because it's part of it. She told me she didn't love me anymore because I had gotten old and unattractive.
Um, wow.
And
So my
yeah,
first reaction is ugly bitch said what? I mean, people
well,
in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. There's a reason that saying has existed for all these years. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. But
Jesus.
it's like, how do you recover from that? You know? So that was the end of our relationship. Basically, we tried to keep it together for a little bit. Like she talked about having an open relationship, and I was like, all right, we'll see. And that was terrible. The like
Right.
month or whatever that we did that was it's bad.
Yeah.
Um, because she basically didn't pay any attention to me and just went out with all these other dudes.
Right.
Um, and so we ended up splitting up. But it was like at that point, I don't think I even loved her anymore. Like getting over her was pretty easy, but getting over the loss of my life
Hmm.
was not.
Right.
And I was definitely suicidal. Like I wanted to die because I was just like, I can't do this by myself.
So we were mentioning, or I mentioned it a couple times or whatever,
Yeah.
how sometimes does let's say replaying an album, like
Yeah.
say you had this album and you're going through the breakup, right? The
Right,
heartbreak,
right,
and
right.
you gravitate to this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
is that more like picking at an open wound?
No, honestly, okay, so like when I am having hard times,
Hmm.
I listen to Paul. I don't know why, but that's what I
Comfort.
listen to. I listen to Paul, man. Um, and it does both.
I was getting ready to say that I could see where sometimes it could be a problem when you're just wailing in it, just dwelling on
Right,
it, but other
right.
times there's a complete catharsis to, well, we mentioned it with Jen Christie's album,
Yeah,
with Braden Stewart's album too.
yeah,
When you release such heavy emotions like that, you
yeah.
still you're still releasing it. It's still,
Right,
even though Jen or Braden are saying the things you can't, you're still feeling it, right? That guitar is
right,
still
sure.
dragging that out of you. So I could see how it sometimes, yeah, maybe you don't want to listen to Alice in Chains all the time if you're trying to kick heroin,
Right,
but
right.
to get that angst out of you, that little extra tension, maybe a heartbreak song or album is
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's the thing about Paul, though, right? Like, they're not happy.
right.
That's not happy music. But they don't really sing relationship songs.
No,
I can't think of any Paul songs about relationships, to be completely
I
honest.
know we've talked about them, but I don't think I've looked them up yet.
Oh, you haven't heard Paul?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, man, Paul's good. Paul
I
is
feel like
good.
you've mentioned him before.
I love Paul, so I wouldn't be
Is
surprised.
it PAW?
Yeah, yeah, Paul. Yeah, dude, because I remember doing that when you said PAW, I went Paul like
Yeah, okay.
that.
I'm
So
gonna write
yeah,
it down in my little thing I got
yeah,
over here.
yeah.
I only
But
work
yeah,
one day
that's
this week, so
oh right on. Yeah,
I'm about to have a whole bunch of time to myself.
hell yeah. But yeah, that's my band for like when I'm feeling sad, um,
Okay.
or overwhelmed or anything like that. Like I play Paul, um, either one of their first two albums. You
I
know,
get it.
yeah,
I like Mexican Wind when I'm coming home on my drive from work.
hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a moment, it's a thing, it's a feeling. So I could see I like that Cam Hanes song to get me motivated, right?
Right, right,
So
right.
yeah, I can see how I don't have a go-to. Well, that's not true. Evidently, Mexican Wind is a
Yeah.
good coming home, and then Inspiration is. But as far as like, I don't know if I ever get in the mood just for a specific band. Maybe a
Right.
song. I'll be like, I really want to hear. every once in a while, I'll just get that little bass going in my head to Friends and Snakes, and I'll be like, "Ah, not
Yeah, yeah.
Friends and Snakes."
Dude, yesterday I was like, I want to listen to Lazy Eye. And I listened to Lazy Eye by Silver Sun Pickups
Hmm.
like 12 times. I don't know why. I just, and I had
I know, I
Casey with
understand.
me,
I do that with
just
songs
like
I
showing it to him.
find.
Yeah.
Like when I find a new song, it's bad as many times as
Yeah.
I'm listening to it. But I'm,
Yeah. But I heard Lazy Eye for the first time in like 2006, you
mm,
know? But it's a
it,
great song.
it's the magic of music, right? It's
Yeah. Yeah.
if you're really letting it do its thing. And then again, there's got to be something to this
Yeah.
because of the feeling and the experience. We've been to live concerts, right? I mean, I just saw
Plus.
these guys live.
Yeah.
There's something there that it's got to be the vibration or it's something that is so core to humans, right? Because
Right. Sure.
the is it an exchange of energy? Maybe that's all it is, right? The guys up front are
Maybe.
playing the thing you like, and you're happy and bouncing, and so is the
Right.
guy
And then you were
next to
sending it
you.
back. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I like today. Casey and I were outside walking, and I was just thinking about how glad I was that I got to see the Aquabats live.
Right,
No reason for it. You know what I mean? I was just like, dude, I'm so glad I got to see the Aquabats live.
right.
And Casey likes the Aquabats too, so he was like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I don't feel like people talk like that about, well, we'll say Taylor Swift. To
Yeah,
me, it's more like you have to because everybody else is. It's Taylor Swift, and it's like,
right. Well,
what?
and dude,
I guess if you're a fan, you're a fan. That's not
right,
fair of me to say because if you love Guar, they're the ones that get you to that level. All right,
yeah,
fine. I might not get the same feeling, enjoyment out of it, but hey, if you do,
right. Well,
more
I was
power
just
to
gonna
you.
say, I don't feel like that concert experience is the same as seeing seeing the Aquabats in the basement of the Mirage.
Oh, definitely not.
You know what I mean? I don't want that experience.
Right. It's
That's
just that
not what I
sometimes
want, you
bands
know?
get to that point and that's all you could have.
Right, right. The only bands, so the Lakewood Amphitheater was big,
Hmm.
but it was wide open and it was outside. And you were still, even if you were in some of the further back seats, you were still close enough that it felt like you were right next to the stage.
Okay.
Plus, because it was a big open area, like I met everyone in Extreme but Nuno Betancourt.
Okay.
I met the singer for Enough's Enough. Um,
Okay.
so you could still like feel close to the artists even if they were bigger artists. Um, but yeah, I much prefer going to see someone at a club or a theater. I just
Right.
saw Richard Marx at a theater, and that still felt intimate. It still felt cool. Like
Right. Yeah.
I can't imagine if you're in a fucking football stadium with like 80,000 people
No, that's more like
that it
it's a
that you
stupid
that you
analogy,
care. I
but
just can't imagine like
it's a stupid analogy, but you have a pie, right?
yeah,
And you want to share the pie because it's great and it tastes good. So you cut
yeah,
it into your 10, 12. It's only going
yeah.
to go into so many pieces.
Right, right, right.
And one of those big concerts is just spreading that out more, spreading it thinner.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah,
by time you see, uh, I don't know, Clutch and a
right.
small thing, you're right there with them. You're right there in the groove with it.
Yep.
And then maybe by time if they ever get, okay, I'll use Tool because I've seen them in smaller
Okay.
venues and it's
Right,
an experience.
right.
It's a little more closer to the band. And then
Yeah,
now at least they in big areas they tie in their visuals.
Right.
Whereas something like Taylor Swift, you're never going to hear that in that raw,
Yeah.
intimate. A, she's probably never done it.
Right. Right. I think she might have done theaters when she very first started, but
Right.
yeah, you know,
And
she
maybe
got
that's
big pretty quickly.
the difference between an artist who has the machine behind them, like say it Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
So obviously she's not gonna write a Brain Stewart breakup song because she's
Right.
so far removed from that even lifestyle that
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe I she's a real person, so I'm sure she has all the same
I
weird.
mean,
Go ahead.
I think that she is more, I don't want to use the wrong word, so I don't want to,
She seems like a construct to me.
yeah, but I'm just talking about how she writes her songs. Because
I'm not even sure she writes them, so
she has written songs that are personal, but
maybe it's just my overall feel of pop music. For some reason,
yeah,
I think it's all this soulless, bubblegum, empty.
yeah. But I mean, most of her personal songs aren't as raw, I guess. I guess.
Right.
But I don't know.
Maybe it's more about the artist, right? Maybe she's just
Yeah.
since all she knows is these big, giant, flashy arenas, she's okay with it.
Right,
Whereas
right,
when you're
right.
seeing these bands, if they're like an opening band in one of these giant arenas, they're just not ready for it. You know, their sound
Yeah.
isn't ready for it. The way they play isn't ready for it. The
Yeah. I mean, I love the Rolling Stones. Happy
Mhm.
85th birthday, Keith Richards, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Today.
it was like 2 days ago.
Weird little coincidence, man. I was going to bring this up too. So go ahead with what you were saying.
I love the Rolling Stones, but I would never want to see them live because I feel like seeing them in a giant football stadium wouldn't be satisfying.
Sounds awful. Yeah.
Yeah, it just sounds terrible, dude.
Yeah.
Because they play bar band music.
Hmm.
I don't want to see that music in a. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to see any band in a giant stadium, really. You know, maybe
Right.
Depeche Mode, maybe Queensryche. You know what I mean? Maybe a band who's gonna like put on a huge show.
Right.
But I saw the Polyphonic Spree at the Vogue,
Hmm.
and it was amazing. And I've seen videos of the Polyphonic Spree playing in stadiums. They do the exact same thing. So I got to see that thing in a club.
Maybe it's
So
about being closer to the source
yeah,
of
yeah,
the
definitely.
of the vibe
Yeah,
that you're getting into, right? Because you can watch football if you're a big football guy, right? You watch football on TV,
yeah,
but you got it. And we know this from the the energy in wrestling and pro
yeah,
wrestling.
yeah,
Maybe it's just the closer to the source. And some of these bands, to me, feel like they're more true and authentic with the source, Braden
yeah,
Stewart, Jen Christie, where somebody like Taylor Swift is already up here. So it's like,
right.
what does she know about being 19 and whatever happened to Braden that made him write these songs? Are we so sad about it?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like I said, I think Taylor Swift is pretty authentic. I really do. Like, but I listen to Taylor Swift and you
Right.
don't.
Well,
So,
I can admit my own bias or whatever. It
yeah,
could just be
yeah,
all perception.
right.
Because I don't like her music. I don't like anything about it. Her voice, tone,
Right
singing
on.
heavy. I don't like none of it.
Right on.
So I'm not gonna sit down with it and be like, all right, Miss Swift, why don't you show me who you are as an artist?
Yeah, I mean, she's got this song called Mean that I really think is like heartbreaking and uplifting at the same time. It's a really good song. Um,
If
I
you're
think Need is probably the best
16,
song. What's that?
if you're 16,
Dude, I'm just saying. I think Meat is the best song she's ever written, to be
okay.
completely honest. Yeah, I love that song. Um, so I don't know, man.
It's
Like,
all nature and nurture, like you said
yeah,
earlier. It's the
yeah,
same thing, right?
yeah,
Because I
yeah.
was going to say, we were talking about those small clubs and smaller venues. Isn't it kind of funny though how they're almost always in the ghetto?
Or like in college towns, in the
Yeah,
middle of
that's right.
like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's one or the other. We
yeah.
were at the is it the Bourbon Hall? It's where we saw Blacktop Mojo and Braden Stewart, and
Okay,
we're like across the street at this restaurant eating, and across from us there's a speedway.
okay,
I don't know about the town you live in, but
yeah,
definitely the town I grew up in, have shows in, they have a speedway and it's ghetto as crap. The
okay.
the lower the low lifes of the community hang out there. And so we're sitting down at this restaurant eating, and I look over and they're just fighting. Just it's just like every other
That's awesome.
speedway in almost every town. And you get the visuals, the we're gonna have to say trailer trash so everybody gets the stereotype, the yelling
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
something about you can
Um,
only have those kind of venues in sketchy parts of town.
I mean, it's zoning, you
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
Have you ever been to the Blue Note?
No, I don't think so.
The Blue Note is in the middle of nowhere.
Uh,
Like you literally drive all the way through Harrison to like a field,
hmm
and there is a fucking building in this built in this field with a parking lot, and I think there's a Culver's across the street, and that's it. It's like yeah, but
I wish I lived somewhere that had a little bit better of a live kind of.
dude, Connorsville has nothing.
Well, even if you go up to Indianapolis, I just don't think.
Oh, dude, there's good shows in Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, there's good shows, but I can't think of a blues bar where you can just well,
Fair,
Slippery Noodle.
yeah,
I need to go back there sometime, I guess.
yeah. What's that one place? Oh, the Slippery Noodle. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's got the bullet
I was
holes
like,
in the
I was like, what's
basement.
that one place where like people just they have like local artists just come with like a guitar and play, and I was like, oh, Slippery Noodle.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that was totally that's funny. That was what was going on in my brain while you were talking about it. And I was like,
right.
duh. Yeah, yeah.
But that's
And Richmond has a blues place too.
yeah, yeah. We ate there. Um,
Nice.
one of her friends has a food truck,
Okay.
and we went up. No, I'm sorry, we didn't eat at this blues place. I just went in because there's a big mural on the side of it or whatever, or something about it stood out as a blues place.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
went up there for this food truck called Anna and the Pigs Barbecue. It's excellent.
Okay.
And I saw that place and I was just like, oh, I want to poke my head in there. So I
Right.
did. I poked my head in there and I had to look around, and it's this blues bar. And she was telling us that, yeah, we have live music.
Yep.
And so I know
Yeah.
it's the one you're talking about.
Yeah. And like you can get a table and eat food while the bands play,
Hmm
or there's an open area where you can go up and like but there's been two times that bands have come through town and I've wanted to go there and see them and didn't have a ride. So
Right. I
yeah.
love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to do it more, even though it's funny. We talk about perspectives, right? The
Right.
whole, mm, let's say trip, because when we went down to see Blacktop Mojo, we went down to Kentucky. We got this cool little Airbnb. We brought the dog, of
Nice.
course.
Nice.
It ended up being rainy and shitty. She didn't
Right.
feel good the whole time. The dog didn't want to be left alone at all, so she was being a little extra, like dogs do.
Right.
And I didn't sleep at all that night. Strange place. Bed wasn't big
Yeah.
enough. Who knows? But and to me, it was still great because the music alone, just that
Right.
couple hours of there in that dingy, I don't even mean dingy, but I kind of do,
Yeah.
little club. And it's just, again, maybe it's just the perspective of it, right? All
Right.
this bad stuff supposedly happened, but right in the middle of it is this experience, this great experience. And maybe that's all part of it. And that's what people are missing nowadays, not just going to the venue and watching the band. It used to be,
Yeah.
especially for my group of friends, concert day started concert day. We were
Right.
jamming the bands, we were
Yeah.
talking about our favorite songs, we were stopping to eat at Steak and Shakes or whatever as a
Right.
group. It
Sure.
was a whole experience. Whereas people just don't do that as much anymore.
Right.
I
Right.
don't know.
I know, like, when I was going to concerts with Tevin, um, I'd tell him, this is who we're going to go see, blah, blah, blah. And, sometimes I'd even make playlists and send him the playlists. And most of the time he wouldn't listen to them. He'd still have a good time when we got there and everything. But I'm just like, dude, why didn't you try to like get familiar with the bands?
Yeah,
So,
maybe he
I don't
wanted to
know.
experience that for the first time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
The
know.
surprise of it, because there was something again magic about when Brain Stewart's band started to play. We were over
Yeah.
looking at merch and stuff, right?
Right,
And
sure.
there was just something about the opening for Prince and Snakes. It's okay, and we just
Yeah, you move over there. You're like,
yeah,
yeah,
you
what's
just
going on? Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
just almost unconscious. It's just like oh, and you move. I say
Yeah.
songs move all the time. You're drawn to it.
Right, right.
I
Well,
know.
do you remember War Babies?
No.
Okay, they were a Seattle band.
Okay.
Um, but they were kind of like a throwback to like 80s hard rock.
Hmm.
So they didn't get as much attention, I guess, as some of the other Seattle bands that were coming out at the time.
Right.
And I didn't really like them that much. But I saw them open for the Four Horsemen, and they were so good live. And I was like, maybe this band isn't as bad as I thought they were. So, and they're pretty good. Like honestly, they're much better than I gave them credit for at first.
I've seen a lot of bands that I don't like on CD that were
Yeah,
good live.
right, sure.
And it's just, I don't know. There's just that double-edged sword of it of uh some bands, these thrown together machine bands, whatever pop bands,
Right,
their live shows, whatever.
right, right, right.
But there's also the flip side of that where some bands is that CD isn't going to capture the feel, the vibe, the heart of a band. Like I feel
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
throw in a Taylor Swift CD and you get it. That's Taylor Swift. You're going to go see her live. It's
Fair.
a bigger, louder version of that.
Yeah, yeah. I can see
But
that.
try explaining, I don't know, uh, some of these musical groups like a Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Some of these like groups that were doing something that was just like Alice Cooper, people that were doing stuff that the CD it just doesn't translate.
Well, yeah, I mean the Aquabats,
Yeah.
dude. Um, they're live. I mean, it's fine. You can listen to their music. It's
Hmm.
good. Seeing them live is a whole different deal.
Oh yeah.
You know, um, I think with any good live band. So for a long time, the best live show that I went to was Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Okay.
And you listen to their music, and it's fine. It's folky. It's like a little bit of pop.
Yeah, I remember them.
Live though, they're huge. I mean, the sound is just so. You could tell those guys have been playing together for a long fucking time. And it's just like watching them interact and like dude, they're just, you know,
Well, I think I get what you're saying. There's a it might be a ZZ Top documentary on like Netflix or something. Came out a couple years ago, and
yeah,
they showed this it's an early show. It's like at one of those places like Royal Albert Hall or one of those, and
sure,
they're young into their career, but there's this thing that happens with musicians, which I can almost bet doesn't happen with like say a Taylor Swift or a Beyonce or a Jay-Z.
right,
In this documentary, as they're playing, you can see them lock on to each other. Like they'll be playing and then you'll see they connect. Like
yeah,
they start
yeah,
looking at each other and you can tell that something happens when those members, was it three in ZZ Top,
yeah, yeah,
all get on the same page.
sure,
And you're
sure,
seeing it. You're like, oh, especially bands that aren't like long into their careers, you know what I mean? You see
right,
them lock into each other, and then that's when the whole vibe changes, when
right,
everything's more like a conduit.
right.
Where you're not
Well,
going to see Taylor turn around and lock with her drummer, and then suddenly they're in the same groove because
yeah,
no, it's all her all the time.
right. It's her. Yeah, yeah. Well, I saw the Spin Doctors um right before they blew up on MTV.
Okay.
It was the Spin Doctors were headlining the Wallflowers before they had an album out,
Uh-huh.
and then the opening act was the Specials, which
And
they're like an old school ska band.
oh, okay.
So it's funny, like
Yeah,
their
weird.
heyday was like in the late '70s, early '80s. So the Spin Doctors were dragging these, old dudes out on the road with them. So that was kind of cool, I guess. But the Spin Doctors were so tight. Like their guitar player, the way that he interacted with their bass player, it was just, I don't know, because Spin Doctors are a very rhythmic band.
Hmm.
And so, like, I don't know, just the way that they all could feed off of each other.
Yeah.
And dude, also, so like I saw Dramarama, and
Hmm.
Dramarama has two lead guitarists. And watching those guys trade leads and stuff, it's fucking insane. So cool, man.
Well, it's and again, maybe it's something whereas most pop music that I tend to dislike is
Yeah.
one star, right? Usually a
Yeah.
singer. Whereas if
Sure.
you're watching a band, now everybody has to get onto the same page. And when
Yeah.
they do, something happens. Whereas Taylor Swift is drummer, better fucking be on Taylor Swift's time at all time, no
Right.
matter what.
Right.
So maybe to me, it's missing a little bit of that a band like ZZ Top, that's three
Yeah.
guys that all have to get on the same page, and then they start to create something that is ZZ Top. Whereas Taylor
Right.
Swift
Right.
is
Right.
Taylor Swift. All she
Right.
has to do is make sure she's singing her part right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, so Alanis Morissette, I just watched a documentary about Jagged Little Pill.
Hmm.
And she was talking about how, she went out and she got this band. And the band was freaking amazing, but they didn't join a band. She was like, I did not put out a call to form a band. I put out a call for musicians to play my music.
Right,
And she was like, and I understand if they're getting frustrated with that or whatever, but if they are, I mean, then they can leave.
right,
But then the funny thing was, after the tour was over, they all did leave. They all went off and joined bands. Taylor Hawkins joined the Foo Fighters.
right,
He was her drummer. That was kind of his first big gig, was being Alanis Morissette's drummer. And then she was talking about how like it was heartbreaking when they just left. But she literally was like, "They're not a band.
I don't
They're
want the
just here.
magic of being in a band
Yeah,
until
they're
they're
just
gone and I'm all
they're
by
just here to
myself.
back me up." And then when they left, she was like, "It was heartbreaking." It felt a little bit like betrayal.
Right,
It's just
because
like, yeah, you
you're
literally,
pieces of a whole instead
right,
of the whole piece.
right, right. She literally said, we're not a band. You guys are here to back me. Like,
Right, yeah.
fuck. So it's just a weird.
There's still probably a bit of that. They're probably all locked in, right? Because you said they were a band, or did she piece them
No,
together?
she pieced them together. Yeah, she hired people. I mean, but I guess like there was a lot of compliments about the tour, like and how everyone who she hired was like amazing musicians and that they all played the parts really, really well and blah
Hmm.
blah blah. So I think they probably were feeling like a band, but then she
Right,
like made it very clear that they were not a band. She's like not a band. So it's
right.
it's weird.
It's the Alanis Morissette show, not
Right,
right.
right. Not the Alanis Morissette band.
Well, we've kind of talked about that too, because with Nine Inch Nails, it's the Trent Reznor show. Means it's
100%.
always the
Yeah.
Trent Reznor show.
Yeah.
But if we bring up Tool like I do all the time, all those
Yeah.
guys have input. I'm sure other
Right.
bands too. That was just my automatic go-to.
Yeah.
So it's more of a back and forth
Well, who's?
sharing.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying it's more of a collaborative effort. So both who if we were in a band together, both who
Yeah.
you are would come out in your parts, and then who I
Right.
am would come out in my parts, and then we would find a way to blend those together.
Right. Right.
Whereas
Right.
Taylor
Right.
Swift is it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Yeah. And who's the guy who was Trent Reznor's like touring guitar player? I think it was.
Robert Kirkpatrick, the guy from
Yeah. Yeah.
Filter,
Yeah. And he quit to join Filter.
to start
'Cause-
Filter. Yeah,
Yeah, or to start Filter because he didn't want to just be Trent Reznor's guitar player.
right.
I've
Well,
heard that guy's a cock,
they're
but
who Trent Reznor or
the other, no, Robert, whatever.
yeah, I don't know. I've kind of heard the same things too, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know he did that whole album with STP with the band part of STP called Talk Show.
Was he the talk show guy?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I haven't listened to that album in a long time, so I don't know
Yeah.
how it holds up. I know at the time I hated it because it wasn't STP. So,
Right. I remember thinking it was okay, but kind of uninspired, you know?
you know what? That kind of rings true as you say it. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's about what it was.
But Scott Weiland's solo stuff is good.
Some of it, yeah.
Yeah, that 12 bar blues album where he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, trying to be David Bowie. He did a pretty good job of
Something.
being David Bowie. Like,
Yeah, he was definitely trying way more than whatever STP's lane would have been.
yeah, dude. Like Jimmy was a stimulator. That doesn't sound like anything that STP ever would have done. It's a great freaking song. So
Right. And then he went on to do Velvet Revolver, which had a whole different,
right, like a swaggery, almost an 80s vibe, but like,
but not good.
sounded like a bar band. Did you not like Velvet
I
Revolver?
didn't. I wanted
Oh,
to.
interesting.
I
I
wanted to
did.
so bad. Scott Weiland and
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
sign me up. But
Yeah.
for some reason, they didn't bring what I liked about either of those bands to Velvet Revolver.
Yeah, I like them. I like Fall to Pieces. I think it's a great song.
Oh, it's
And
all got like ridiculous sensibilities.
yeah.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
talk about the musicians there, right? It was
Right.
Slash,
Slash Duff
um,
and Matt Sorum.
Matt Sorum, and then Weiland. I know there was probably another here or there, but
Yeah.
so you know the craftsmanship.
Right.
It's just I don't know. It didn't. Same thing, sort of with Audio Slave. I liked a
Yeah, dude, I
couple
love it.
songs,
Right.
but I really, really wanted to like that.
Yeah, I love Audioslave.
There's some good songs, but
Yeah. The third album is kind of eh.
yeah.
But the first two albums, shit, I love those albums.
Oh yeah, they're great. They just
I'm the
didn't.
Highway. Oh my God.
There's a cover of Getaway Car
Okay.
that's better than the original version.
Could be. Yeah.
No, hands down.
I
Um,
mean, I definitely.
it's
What I'm saying is like I I'm acknowledging that that could be a fact. You know, like,
I could be biased too because it's
yeah.
the guys from Blacktop Mojo with this
Okay.
country singer,
Okay.
uh, Dylan Dylan something,
Okay.
and the way they decide to arrange that song and the way Matt James and this Dylan guy trade the trade the vocals back and forth
Okay.
in a way where they're still kind of doing it with a lot of our, a lot of, all right, now you top that. And then the guy
Right.
comes in and his is good. And then he's like,
Right.
all right, your turn. And then the song's friggin' phenomenal. It's another one of those covers to me where it's just like, I don't even want to hear the Audioslave version. No, thank you.
Right. Right. Did you ever notice how like every song that Jimi Hendrix covered became his song?
Yeah,
Like if you tell people uh that All Along the Watchtower is Bob Dylan's song,
right.
a lot of people were like, "What?"
Yeah.
You know?
Even me back in the day.
Yeah. Or like Hey Joe is an old blues song? Huh?
Well,
You know?
when you're one of those characters, Jim
Yeah.
Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Scott Weiland.
Right.
I don't know about Kurt Cobain, right? He didn't live long enough to get there. But
Fair. Yeah.
when you're one of those type of big characters, of course, whatever is going to filter through you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
But the
Jimmy was
thing,
just so like,
yeah. Yeah.
what was he even doing?
The fucking guy invented distortion. You
And the
know?
wah pedal, I believe, right? Or the crybaby, one or the other.
I don't know, but he invented the fuzz box, which
Maybe it's
basically,
the fuzz box I'm thinking of.
yeah, yeah.
I
But
read
he,
Electric Lady Land
yeah.
in high school, and I'm fucking old now, so that was a long time ago.
But I remember like reading something about how he wanted to figure out a way to make his guitar sound more distorted. So he like poked a hole in his amp and like that made the reverb higher or something. I don't know what it did. But that's how Jimi Hendrix first found a distortion. And he played feedback.
Yeah.
Playing feedback is something. Like nobody did that before him. But I was gonna say Bob Dylan though is also one of those huge characters. But he totally took a Bob Dylan song and made it a Jimi Hendrix
Is
song.
he though? Like I feel like we're told that Bob
Yeah.
Dylan is this big deal singer-songwriter,
Yeah.
very, very rebellious, very
Yeah.
man, I don't get that at all from Bob Dylan. He's
Really?
plain fucking
Huh.
shut up. I don't like his voice. I
Really?
think
Okay.
he's so plain.
Interesting.
Like it, other than the fact that he's Bob Dylan and he'll always
Yeah.
be Bob Dylan and he's legendary, but if
Right.
you said, "What do you really think about Bob Dylan?" and I'll go, "I don't get it on any
Interesting.
level."
See, I love all of Bob Dylan's hits. You
Yeah,
know, Lay Lady Lay, freaking It Ain't Me, Babe, Like Rolling Stone, uh, Positively Fourth Street. Is that the one?
you're asking the wrong person,
Well,
but
those are all great songs, man. I mean, you know, and then his album tracks, I like them. You know, I couldn't
maybe
name
it's
them.
just missing
But
the
yeah, I don't know.
since I don't like his voice or nothing, I
Sure.
haven't sat down and just really listened to what he's telling the stories.
Yeah, yeah.
Could be the
The thing
same with
is,
Johnny Cash. I'm not a big music fan of Johnny Cash, but I
interesting.
get it. I see it. I
Yeah.
understand it. I respect him as what he's become. To me,
Right.
Bob Dylan is just okay. Everybody tells me that he's this greatest singer-songwriter of generations and he's the
Yeah.
voice and it's like okay, but not really.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't buy into his mystique. I just don't see it.
I think he just has like a very dry
Hmm.
way of writing songs.
Yeah, that makes sense actually.
Like he doesn't put a lot of bells and whistles on it. You know, he just tells you like this is it.
Hmm.
but I think he's clever, and I think like I said, that Positively 4th Street, that's such a great song about music, like a music scene, and how people stab each other in the back and shit like that.
Isn't 4th Street Live pretty famous? That's down like around Kentucky and stuff. It's one of those
Well,
things like Austin City Limits.
well, he's talking about 4th Street in Greenwich Village.
Okay.
There's like Fourth and something. It's like a big in Greenwich Village. It was a big meeting place for like musicians and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah,
Oh, he is from that whole,
yeah. The whole Greenwich Village
yeah, the Hyde
folk scene.
Ashbury,
Yeah,
that
yep, yeah.
kind of down with the man hippie kind of.
Right, the psychedelic folk stuff that was going
Yeah.
on in the '60s. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that's why it's called Positively 4th Street, because it's like everybody down there's a dickhead, basically. It's like watch your back, you know.
Right.
But it's a cool song, man. And the first line of that song is, "You've got a lot of nerve to say that you're my friend." Like, that's fucking serious.
Right.
I don't know. I know that I'm not going to win you over to the side of Bob Dylan,
No,
but
but it
but he's
doesn't matter. You
such a
can
good
still,
songwriter, dude.
right. Yeah,
He
you
really
still
is.
can give him, even if a song is crafted simply,
Yeah,
that doesn't change it being a good song.
right, right, right. And
I
that's the thing. Yeah. Oh,
I was gonna say there's all kinds of songs that I like that are just Mexican Wind is just a blues,
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
basic, but it's still, you know. So maybe just because I'm not a big fan of the singer-songwriter style, it
Sure.
keeps me from really looking at the smaller details.
Yeah, and I think like the character of his voice is not good, but he doesn't really sing the way that people think he sings.
Right, right.
You
Yeah.
know, people over exaggerate the whine and the
Hmm.
nasalness of his voice. Lay Lady Lay doesn't sound anything like that. His voice sounds beautiful in that song. It really does.
Who
Like,
covered that? Shank?
I don't know. Did somebody cover that? Spine
Oh yeah,
Shake?
and it's
Holy
not too bad
shit.
either.
I was getting
Shank were like
Spine Shake covered that. That would be crazy.
they were like a softer Static X
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
No, I remember Spine Shake. It'd be crazy if they covered that song.
Well, oh shit, no, that's Ministry.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
That's a
It's on
little more believable because, I mean,
oh
not
no,
the
Shank cover I want to say Why My Guitar Gently Weeps.
I didn't, believable was the wrong word. That's a little more, I don't know what the word is. Easier for me to
Right.
comprehend, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Because
Shank
Ministry has
cover.
their softer moments, even though
Yeah.
people don't really know that.
So I did have it backwards. Shank was While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and then Ministry is Lay Lady Lay,
Lady Delay?
and that's
Interesting.
on Filth Pig.
Oh yeah.
That's the only
Cool.
real Ministry album I like.
I'm not a big fan of Ministry, to be honest. Like,
I'm unfortunately regret not being able to see him.
I saw him. It was fine.
I thought I was grounded. Well, I
No
mean, I
shit.
was grounded,
Yeah.
and my buddy wanted me to go, and
Right.
I was grounded, so I didn't go. And
Right.
then, funny story, but I'm hanging out at home because I'm freaking grounded, and my
Yeah.
parents were both like, "Well, where's
Aren't you going
Marcus?
to see Ministry?
What's he doing? What's your friend doing?" I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, he went to a concert tonight."
Right.
And they're like, "Well, you could have gone. We would have let you." I
That's
was like, "I'm
awesome.
grounded," and they're
Yeah.
just like, "Yeah, we know, but it's a concert, so." It's not like they come up
Right.
every day. I was like, I hate you people. I'm sure
Do
that
so.
wasn't what I said, but it was just like, God
Right.
damn. And it never bothered me. I was like, yeah, whatever. But now that I'm older
Yeah.
and they're one of those bands that are kind of their own thing.
Yeah. Dude. So I don't like Ministry.
Yeah.
So when I saw them, I was just kind of like, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so I went to the second Lollapalooza, and I
Okay.
don't know how much you know about the lineup of that show, but
You'd
Pearl
have to
Jam,
refresh me. Pearl Jam,
well,
okay.
yeah, Pearl Jam signed on to do Lollapalooza before 10 blew up. So they put
Oh,
them
okay.
on. They put them on second. So it was Lush, Pearl Jam, Jesus and Mary Chain, Ministry, Ice Cube, Soundgarden, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, interesting.
That was the lineup. So it was pouring rain, and it was in an amphitheater, and we had lawn seats.
Yeah.
So the people who I drove with were like, we figured Lush and Jesus and Mary Chain were going to be the first two acts, and neither one of us cared that much about seeing them. So
Mm-hmm.
we stopped and got a pizza,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got there, and Pearl Jam had just finished fucking playing. And people were like, "Oh man!" And Chris Cornell came out. And he was mudsliding with the crowd, and like during Pearl Jam, and it was so cool. I was just like, "Son of a bitch, man."
Some of those early live energy.
Yeah. So I missed Pearl Jam, but I saw everybody else. I can say that I've seen Ice Cube, and he started this gangster shit. So
Yeah. I've seen some weird rap artists. It seemed like there for a while there would be like a metal tour, but it would also have
oh sure,
like I saw
Eminem did that.
Eminem and mm, System of a
Exhibit.
Down.
Oh okay,
They like did some kind of weird package together.
sure, sure, sure.
And they both sounded really good. I've seen System of a Down twice. First time, they're one of the worst live bands I've ever seen. Keep this
Yeah,
garbage off a stage forever.
right.
The second time, they were at least a good band who wrote music I didn't like.
Yeah,
However, Eminem was phenomenal.
sure.
If he hadn't been changing lyrics and stuff to do like more freestyles with the state he's in and that kind of thing,
Right, right.
you would think he was lip syncing the whole songs. I was
Crazy.
really impressed with him.
Nice, nice. Let's
But
see.
for a while, there was these packages because I've seen like Snoop and
Yeah,
Tricky, and I've seen the Wu-Tang Clan.
nice, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I remember. So they would do the Family Values tours,
Yep,
and
yep,
the
I remember
Family
those.
Values tours had new metal and hip hop
Yep.
on like pretty much every Family's Values tour. I was supposed to go to one, and Eminem and Fred Durst got into a fight, and they canceled the tour at that show.
Oh man.
This was Albany, New York.
Ugh.
And I was so pissed, dude. It was like a fucking 4 hour drive to Albany.
I've
And we're
gone to
sitting
at
there.
least one Family Values tour.
Yeah.
It was the first time seeing Incubus when
Oh,
they were
really?
still good.
I saw
Uh,
Incubus.
I'm not even sure if Science was out yet. Science might
Oh,
have been.
wow.
That
Wow.
album's awesome.
Yeah, I
Everything
like
after
it.
that eats a dick. I don't like the direction they went in after Science.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, they got more pop,
Okay.
more
Well, yeah, sure.
airy.
Yeah, yeah.
I liked a lot of the weird funk and Science, and I liked a lot of
Right.
the weird scratching, and but they were great live.
Yeah.
Rammstein,
Not
I
my
don't
thing.
even like them, right?
Yeah, I was
But
just not my thing.
they're amazing live. They do like
Yeah.
fire tricks, and
Nice.
it
Nice.
was pretty amazing. I don't remember Corn. Yeah, Corn were there. I want to say
Sure.
Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
So who would have been the rap group? Man,
Yeah, maybe there wasn't one on that one.
I don't know.
But yeah, the one that I was gonna go to, the Family Values that I was gonna go to was it was Eminem, Limp Bizkit, Exhibit, Papa Roach. I think there was one other band, but we did not go
Was it
because
99?
probably no, we were in like
Oh, the Crystal
2001.
Method. Yeah, I've seen the
Oh,
Crystal
sure.
Method. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
there.
Trip like I do.
Yep. Yeah, they were huge there for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
they went off into the.
So I saw Incubus and their fucking singer had a couch on the stage. And he was like laying on the couch for half of the show, like singing from this couch, dude. It was like a big, like puffy couch. He was like, anyone want to come up on my couch and lay down with me? It was like it's the weirdest freaking, but they're
Oh
pretty good.
God,
They're pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
All the girls were about him for
Yeah, I'm
a
sure
pivotal
that that's what
stretch
that was
there.
about, dude. Yeah.
I have somewhere around here them doing a cover of, well, two different covers. They do Roxanne, which is pretty
Okay.
good,
Yeah.
and then God, why'd I draw Hungry Like the Wolf?
Oh, nice.
The Hungry Like the Wolf one really jams because they're doing more like, you know how they were in those first couple albums. They're a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
more free with like weird drumming, and
Yeah, yeah.
so they added a lot of that to Hungry Like a Wolf. And
I remember the first time I heard Incubus,
mhm.
when Incubus Attacks had come out, and they had a song on a CMJ sampler. And I was just like, eh. I didn't really
Which
think it was
album
like
was that?
when Incubus Attacks.
Yeah,
It was an EP that they put out like super early.
it must have been before Fungus Among Us because that's their
Maybe,
first album, right?
maybe. Or it could have been in between. Like I just know it was an EP that they put out.
Okay. Yeah. Who knows? Back then they would put out two, three songs. They put out a single and it'd have
Yeah.
like two or three songs on it.
Right, right.
So you saw them live?
Oh yeah, yeah. But when I saw them live, they were super famous at that point.
Oh,
Like
they
they
were
were
already.
already super famous. It was like 2004. No, it was before that. 2001, maybe.
God, they got a lot.
Yeah, either
Okay,
one.
so Science Enjoy Incubus.
Okay.
That's their first album is called Enjoy Incubus.
Right.
I thought it was something about fungus. And
Eh,
then Science and Make Yourself.
okay.
Like I don't see anything about,
So what was when he gave us attacks?
I don't
Huh.
know,
Maybe I'm
singles and
just losing
EPs.
my mind.
I'm looking through
Yeah,
singles
when
and
Incubus
EPs.
Attacks, Volume 1, album
Their
by
cover of
Incubus.
Roxanne is on
It
Spotify.
came out in 2000. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
on
not showing up
Wikipedia.
on there. Yeah, it's not showing
The
up on
EP
the
released in 2000.
hmm. Maybe they changed the name or something when they put it on Spotify.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of tours there for a while that were kind of like, here's a rap group and a metal group.
Oh, so this is weird. So I'm just losing my mind. When Incubus Attacks was a acoustic EP that they put out after Make Yourself.
Really?
Yeah, so I must have just got the name wrong. So what was the
Track listing? That's what I was looking for.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, no, yeah, you're right. Fungus Among Us was is their first album.
right. And then
And
I
then
guess
they
there's
had
a
a
then Enjoy Incubus and then
right,
Science.
right. And they had an EP before Fungus Among Us called Let Me Tell You About Root Beer. But, so I'm not sure
Are
what
they even still around?
Incubus, maybe. I don't know.
I don't either.
But I love Dig. I think it's a great freaking song.
For me, it's just stuff off of Science.
Yeah. What
Uh,
was the one tune? Different Shade of Green? Is that on
yeah,
Science? Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of that. That's the song I was thinking of. Is Different Shade of Green.
Yeah.
And there's another one that I don't remember. So while we're just open air pausing, I did some
Yeah.
Rob Reiner stuff.
Oh yeah, what's up?
So I just went through a couple of his movies to see what kind of soundtracks we'd run into, and I
Okay.
ran into,
Stand by me?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first one. It's because
Well,
that's an all-time classic movie, period.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And it
The leech
uses
on his dick, dude.
what?
There was a leech on his dick.
Oh yeah,
It's not good.
Chopper. Now what he said was Chopper sick 'em boy, but
Yeah.
what we heard
There it
was
was.
Chopper sick
Sick
balls.
balls.
So I was thinking of that movie, right, and trying to
Yeah.
tie in music with it.
Yeah.
That scene where they're all singing Lollipop
Yeah, yeah.
is, now looking back on it, is to show, I feel like it really shows you how young those kids are supposed to be.
Sure.
Because they're just kids. That's what they're doing, they're
Yeah.
just singing Lollipop, and it's so foreshadowing and everything because it's like, oh, they're just getting started. Everything's so innocent.
Right.
And
Right.
that use of music had to be director, right? Because
Oh,
Stephen
sure.
King doesn't do music in his books.
Right.
So that's a good example of using the song as a storytelling device.
Yeah, definitely.
And then he did Spinal Tap, both of them. So
I need to
like,
watch the
well,
second one.
I do too. That's
Yeah.
all music.
Yeah.
And then Princess Bride. And then I got to thinking about it. That's not a music related movie.
No, it's not.
It's just a brilliant movie.
Yeah, it's just really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
said,
I looked at his
this is
filmography or
actually,
whatever, and
yeah.
it's not as impressive, or it's still pretty impressive, right? Because he's a good
Yeah,
director
yeah,
and blah blah blah.
yeah.
But there's definitely a lot of movies on there. I was like, oh, not only did I not see that one, I have no desire to see that one.
Right. I don't know how many Rob Reiner movies I've seen. I really don't know. Did you do Big?
I don't think so. Big
Uh,
was great.
Big was a great movie. Yeah, I saw that in theaters when it first came out.
I've seen so many great movies in theaters that probably explain why I love that experience too.
Yeah,
The
and
theater
Netflix is
experience.
it's funny because Casey comes in, he's like, "Daddy, Netflix bought Warner Brothers." And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, did they let it go through?" And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "They're trying to ruin the in theater movie experience."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Dude, you are 11. What are you talking about?"
They're
But
cutting out.
he was so serious. What's that? Did you say I was cutting out?
No, no, that's
Oh,
what they're doing.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
cutting out all those other people.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
now it's straight to the streaming platform. You don't have to
Yep.
get a distributor. You don't have to, none of that anymore. That cuts
Yeah,
out
yeah.
so many.
Well, do you remember Warner Brothers tried premiering movies on HBO Max the same day that they
Mhm.
premiered in theaters, and it cut into their theater revenues so much that they stopped.
Yep.
They were like, "Fuck this! This was a bad idea." But Netflix, their main money is streaming,
Hmm.
so they're not going to care, you
I
know?
don't think anybody cares anymore. It's
Yeah,
cable. It's
yeah,
it's the exact thing we were so excited about that streaming was supposed to kill.
yeah,
Commercials, cable, the same
yeah.
three freaking companies owning everything and telling you only
Right,
what you can watch and what you're supposed to
right,
look.
right. I mean, I think that so for me, what makes streaming better is the customization of it. Like you don't have to wait until 8 o'clock on
Hmm.
Tuesday or whatever.
Right, unless you're watching something. When they're even starting to do
Right,
that now, like whether it's
right, right, right,
live
right. Um, but it's more expensive. Streaming is way more expensive than cable ever was.
for us, yeah, but not for
Yeah,
them.
fair. Um,
Maybe
yeah,
we there's still a lot of it we're not I'm not taking into account servers, what it costs to
right.
have servers that run whatever the frick Netflix is doing.
Yeah,
It there's this thing that we kind of touch on and then move away from it because it's kind of hard to grasp.
yeah,
When money gets into these kind of art, these kind of like, movies could be a form of art, music is
yeah.
definitely a
Sure,
form of art. It
sure.
seems like that money, the extraction of money has gotten to a point where that's all, not all, but that's mostly what it is.
Yeah,
So I start seeing some of these Disney shows and it's like, this is generic. This is
right,
if
right,
Disney was a generic movie brand.
right.
And it's because the money's gotten involved. And instead of being like, all right, artist, B, director, tell me your vision. It's
Yeah,
no, 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 no. I gave you $50 million. Guess whose
yeah.
vision
You do
now
what I say.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they're just like, turn it out cheaply. We pay, we could pay maybe since he's dead, I should use a different director. Sure, we could get Steven Spielberg to direct our
Right,
movie, but he's $100 million. Why don't we
right.
get Joe Blow, who's dying to direct a movie from across the street, who's in a shitty apartment? We'll give him like $50. Not that's an
Right.
exaggeration, but you know what I
Sure,
mean.
I get you. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then Disney churns them out. It's that machine that I've mentioned a bunch of times. It's this weird entity in it seems to be in popular stuff like music and movies at least. Maybe not as much books because books are dying, but
Right.
there's a squeeze. There's almost like a whole industry that's just there to extract the money. They don't care about the art. They don't care about the personalities that make that art. They just plug and play. Hannah Montana's not popular anymore. Plug in Stacey Abrams, plug in
Yeah.
Jennifer Black. Just and that's all it is to me. And it's starting to look that way. It's like where's the art of movie making gone?
Yeah, I mean, I think music can be like that too.
Hmm.
Like to me, I think one of the biggest issues with Taylor Swift is that there's so many other singers who sound like Taylor Swift now.
Hmm.
I dislike that more than I dislike her. At least she was first.
Right. To me, I think what I dislike about it so much is to me, it cheapens the experience because
Right,
it's not even Taylor Swift. It's a Xerox copy of Taylor Swift.
right, right,
And
right,
then another Xerox copy of
right,
name a one under Taylor Swift because
right.
there's that thing that's like she's popular. Let's
Yeah,
recreate Taylor Swift. No,
right.
let's find the next Braden Stewart, or
Yeah.
let's find the first Braden Stewart, not the next. I don't know enough about country to Jelly
Yeah.
Roll, right?
Okay. Jelly roll works.
Yeah, because he's kind of doing his own thing that it's kind of everywhere now, and there's
Yeah.
other of those type of country, but also gospel, but also kind of ghetto, poor, however you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
At least there you're getting an authentic thing instead of just, oh, pump up the next Jelly Roll album because we know people are going to buy it. Plus, there's this thing that this might be just a weird thing I've noticed, or it might be all in my head, but a lot of this pop music to me sounds like it's just made to be on in the background.
Oh,
Just
sure.
kind of,
You're not supposed to engage in it. It's supposed to just be
yes,
pleasant and just kind of sit in the back.
yes. Where
Yeah.
you and I, that's not how we choose to experience music.
Right. Not at all. Yeah.
So I want something that engages me, and that's not what pop music does
Right.
for me. But I'm also not a young girl. I'm not a young kid. You know what I mean? I don't understand what fleek and all that crap is. It could just be stay off my lawn. Stay off my
Yeah.
blues music, you dirty kids. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I do like quite a bit of pop music.
Right, but
So,
you tend to like stuff that's just, I mean, the Beatles are pop music, but it's
right.
definitely not soulless machine behind it pop music. It's
Right.
not
Right.
Doja Cat. I feel like Doja Cat is just a knockoff of probably Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. But I do like Dua Lipa. I
There's
think
definitely artists
I
in the
think Dua Lipa's really talented.
yeah. I
You
think that Billie Eilish girl's pretty talented
Oh,
too.
sure. Yeah,
She makes
absolutely.
pop music, so there's
Yeah.
artists in it, but there's I don't know. It's just a
Yeah.
style, a genre that I just don't like. I don't know. Never have. It's always felt like
Right.
that to me. Just like this is empty. This is for brain dead people. This is
Fair. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. I like
I
Rihanna.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Rihanna's another one. Like, dude, do you remember a few years ago when there was like 100 new female singers? They all fucking sounded like Rihanna.
yeah.
What was that? Like,
That's when
what?
you get these money people in these kind of positions. all right, get the next, we need the next Rihanna. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not even how, if I was ever in an A&R job, that's not even how I would think. I don't give a
yeah,
shit. I don't want the next
yeah.
Rihanna. I want the
Well,
next, the newest,
yeah,
the
yeah.
girl that's adding something
I
new.
want to find the new sound, you know? I
Right.
want to discover like something that's going to blow somebody's mind, not something
Mhm.
where they're going to go, "Oh, that sounds familiar,"
Right.
you know?
Well, that's
Um,
kind of what we've been doing too. We have this kind of thing about making sure the music is not too big of a following
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah,
that reason. It's like, here, let us show you people that are doing it at this level still. They're still
yeah. And
grinding. They're still in the not always in the beginning, right? The guy from
right,
um Dramarama, Mark.
Johnny was. Oh, Mark Knight from Bang
Yeah,
Tango.
for
Yeah,
Bang Tango, yes, thank you.
yeah, no problem.
Or Rich LaFleur, who I'm just learned about through Mark. Those guys
Right,
aren't new to it, so maybe,
right, right. But I think like, or even Adam Rich. I mean,
yeah.
we reviewed his one of his earlier albums, but I mean, the guy's been making music since the '90s.
Well,
Um,
if you remember, I said from the beginning that I felt like, well, that was the first show anyway, that I
yeah,
did him a disservice
right, right,
because I threw his album on to go walk the dog. I
right.
don't do that now.
Yeah,
Now
right.
it's headphones on, my little notebook, and I'm open and here for it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I think like I've got some ideas of some undiscovered albums that I think we should talk about too.
I'm all
Like
for it.
even bands that aren't necessarily together anymore, but
Mhm.
like for whatever reason, the album just slipped through the cracks. There's so many different. As long as we're not doing the wall, you know what I mean? Like I think I want to do stuff that never really found an audience or that is still trying to find an audience.
Right.
Like that's where, you know.
Yeah, we have set. That reminds me, I wanted to see how many viewers or what listeners Schaefer has, this rap artist,
Okay.
because I don't think he would be too huge,
Yeah, yeah.
but they did obviously play it on Rogan's podcast, and that thing is
Right. Sure, sure, sure.
a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's no, he's got 21K monthly listeners.
Yeah, it's
So that's
not.
not too many for
Yeah.
somebody who's been shouted out at such a big level. So,
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
and
I'm cool
and
with
I
it.
like that too. It's like it's more fun if we come to an album and we're learning and they're learning. But if
Right.
we go to, like, I don't know, what's a step, like the Talking Heads.
Yeah, yeah.
What am I going to tell you about the Talking Heads? And listen, at this point, you either like the
Right.
Talking Heads or you
You
don't.
don't. Right. Well, that's why I said the wall. Like, I
Right.
mean, yeah, everybody's heard of the wall. There
Well,
isn't a
I've seen it
single.
live, so
Sure. Yeah. And I mean, but there's not a human being alive who doesn't know another brick in the fucking wall.
yeah, I at least know what that.
Yeah. We don't need no education. Like,
Right. No, I get you. I still have a
So,
an album tucked back by a group from Tennessee called 12 Volt Negative Earth that are like you're
oh,
talking about.
interesting.
They split up, but man, they were great.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I understand what you're saying. It's not like, hey, listen to Taylor Swift's new album. Yeah, duh, you know
Right.
she's got a new album. It's more like listen to the Low Keys who we talk about and
Yeah.
any of these bands, Rusty Ship, Shun, Seth Rich, who you mentioned, oh, gosh, Brain Dead by Sunday. These are all artists that are
Yeah.
still grinding that we think need, we can't call it a push, right? Because,
Right. Right.
but hey, at least check
Get
this
some
out.
ears on it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Brain Dead by Sunday is already working on their second album.
Oh, I'm
It's
interested to see
very
what those
cool.
guys grow
Yeah.
into.
Yeah. And they're getting a band. So it's
Oh,
gonna
interesting.
there's gonna be a full band. It's not just gonna be the two of them.
I wonder if that will bring in more styles and influences
I
and
don't know. I mean, they were already talking about how things are going to change, but they also know that Brain Dead by Sunday has a sound, you
Hmm.
know. So that's an interesting thing to be aware of. I don't think Mike Patton understands that. Mike Patton's like, Faith No More has a sound? No, they don't.
Well, he's very
Lunatic.
sarcastic
Yeah. Yeah.
and evidently one of those guys that are so into his music, he's kind of an asshole because he's
Right.
always
Sure.
doing something with music
Sure.
and you're bothering him. And
Right. I remember he did a cover of I Started a Joke.
yep.
Dude, it was insane.
Oh, his vocal range is
Yeah.
nuts.
Insane, dude. I was just like, and it sounded so sad, you know? Just, man, he really captured like the spirit of that freaking song,
Faith No More were so ahead of their time.
dude. I wonder, like, so you know Edge of the World, right?
Yeah.
Would that song still be on the album if it came out today?
Yes.
Yeah, just because Mike Patton's out of his damn mind.
Because it's funny. That's the
Because
point
it's funny.
of the song.
I mean, I guess.
Listen, okay, so if you just play the song, it's do 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 do,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
real,
It's a swing song. It's an
and
old
then you listen to the
jazz
lyric
song.
and you're like,
Right.
the
It's about
fuck did he just say?
he's gonna kidnap a little girl
It's
and
a
make her
joke.
his wife.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
It's the
it's pretty
look at
fucked
this
up.
happy-go-lucky song
Yeah,
about love, and but if you listen closely, it's about fucked up shit because I'm Mike Patton, you know?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I get it. I love that song. Even
It's a great
though
song. I know every word to that song.
the lyrics are dark as shit, but
Yeah, I know
he's just
every word of
like
that song.
having a good time with it. And
Yeah, man. I'd kill my mother to be with you, be with you, be with you. What?
yeah,
What?
there's another song I like that's got a creepy tone like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well,
Song's
Aqualung.
called Vehicle. I'm your vehicle, baby.
That's a great
Ides of
song.
March.
Yeah, it's a great song.
That's got some weird underage kind of.
Does it?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the only song I know by that
I'm the
group too.
friendly stranger in the black sedan. Won't you come into my ride? Dude, that's a great freaking song. Cause
It
I
is.
love you, need you, want to,
It
got
is.
you, have you, child. I mean, he
Great
says
God.
child, but that's like a 70s term for
Yeah,
just
yeah.
people, you know?
I
Great
just
God,
for some reason it has like
love
a
you.
weird undertone to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm the friendly stranger in a black sedan is kind of an interesting way to start it out, you know? It sounds like a kidnapping.
Jim Petrick wrote
Yeah.
Vehicle about a girl who often used him for rides, hence the lyric I'm your vehicle, baby.
Yeah,
From a
see,
porn section led by many and believe the song was by Blood, Sweat and Tears.
I totally thought it was a Blood, Sweat, and Tears song for like most of my life.
Oh, well the because he originally offered it to
Right on. Okay.
what to
The Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
right.
And they were like,
So
nah,
is he in?
we'll just sing songs about Satan.
No, I just don't know if that guy is in the band or if he's one of yeah, okay. Or if he was just one of those songwriters that were always behind the scene.
Right.
I mean, it came out in 1970, so
Yeah.
they
Well, you
called
know,
the younger girls, little
yeah,
girl.
yeah. I don't think that there's anything, Um, speaking of songs like that, you know the song Hard Luck Woman?
Yeah.
So Kiss was like, you know what would be dope? If we write a song for Rod Stewart, I'll bet we can make a bunch of fucking money. So they wrote Hard Luck Woman and tried to give it to Rod Stewart, and he was like, nah, I don't want this.
That's funny.
But if you listen to Kiss's version, I think Ace sings it, and he sings it like Rod Stewart. Or even if Paul's the one who sings it. Either way, it sounds like a freaking Rod Stewart song.
Right.
Like they totally wrote a Rod Stewart song. It's like
I
it's
can't
funny.
imagine Gene Simmons creating anything and not branding it Kiss. Like,
Well, like I don't know if he was the one who, wrote it or not, but they definitely were like, let's write a song and sell it to Rod Stewart because Rod Stewart was like a huge star at the time,
oh
you
yeah,
know? So they legitimately tried to write a song that sounded like Rod Stewart so he would buy it.
right.
And they were like, nah. He was like,
Well,
I don't want
Kiss
it.
is the most commercial sellout band of all time.
Oh, for sure, dude. But it's what they wanted to be.
Yeah.
You
So
know, is it selling out if you wanted to sell out? Like that was the whole point.
at
Like,
this point in life, God, yeah. But if if that's what you envisioned, right, is
yeah,
power brand on everything,
yeah, man,
to
yeah,
me it's so antithesis to art though. Because it's
yeah,
brand. It's not no, it's you see that logo, you'll
yeah.
hear Kiss song.
I
Yeah.
want rock and roll.
I
I don't
guess
know,
that's
man.
that thing we talked about briefly in the last show where some people it's the fame, right? They want
Yeah,
the fame. And
yeah,
the
man.
other people, it's the music that's
Right.
bringing them in the fame.
Well, Paul Stanley especially wanted validation.
Hmm.
He was bullied when he was a kid. He was treated like shit. He was
Yeah.
always told he was ugly. He couldn't get girls. And then look what he did.
Yeah. Went the complete opposite of
Dude's probably fucked 10,000 women. You
probably,
know? I mean, man.
probably.
Yeah. So,
That'd get old.
probably.
No, when you're in your 20s,
Yeah.
20s,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. I get it.
See, here's the thing. Would you want to hook up? Okay, not hook up. Would you want to, especially in your 20s and maybe even into your 30s, if you were with one person,
Hmm.
would they, and they wanted to have sex with you every day, would you have sex with them every day?
No.
See, I have.
Well, I
So I would say yes. So then you're in your 20s and you're on the road, 20s and into your 30s and you're on the road.
right,
Different woman who wants to sleep with you every night.
right.
I probably would.
Yeah. The
I don't know
just
how.
the difference of it would be
Yeah.
a thing for me. Just
Yeah. Be
the
interesting. You know?
yeah, the discovering of it's like the little versions of the fun first makeout session and
Right, right.
except for you know that
Yeah.
no, I think it fuck with you.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't
She
know.
don't really like you. She don't know fuck all about you. You're Paul Stanley.
Yeah. Let's see that.
I'm I think somewhere, probably in one of his books,
Yeah.
uh Corey Taylor talked about boy, if it wasn't him, I'm gonna have a terrible story about that. But anyway, he talked about girls on the road and stuff wanting him to
Yeah.
keep the mask on.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
Yeah, that's a bit like
That's fucking weird.
that's mind fuck, right?
That's weird.
Because that's not even you at that point. They said that that's the ugliest representation of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's strange, dude. Yeah. I don't know. I just think about songs like Tonight It's You by Cheap Trick and you don't have to like me to love me tonight by the Damnwells. And I'm just like,
Right.
yeah, being on the road, meeting a chick, doing what you
Yeah.
do. But who knows? Never got to experience that. But I definitely know that in my 20s and 30s, I had girlfriends who, especially like the first little bit of the time that we were together, and it was different for everybody, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'd have sex every day, like for sure.
Right.
That was definitely a thing. So I could see like being a rock star, you go on tour for 6 months and you get to have sex every night with a different person, you know.
Right.
I can see the appeal, you
I
know.
don't think I would have survived it.
Yeah,
I just don't.
yeah.
I just don't. I'm too. I would throw. I would have. I just wouldn't have. There's
Yeah.
no way. It had been drugs. It had been bad. I'd have fallen for all of that because I know I kind of did in my regular life anyway.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
that time, I'm told that story or whatever about me and a guy, Oh, did I? I sort of talked about how we thought we'd have this little competition with girls, right?
Yeah.
So at that age, I was already thinking kind of disrespectfully about women. Let's be real honest. That's kind of disrespectful in a way that we
Oh yeah.
shouldn't have.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you'd amplified that by
Making
no
you
one
a
to
rock
stop
star.
me, I'd have ran myself into the ground.
Right, right, right. See, man, so it's weird because especially considering that I have like OCD and stuff,
Hmm.
I have never really had an addictive personality. Anytime I was doing something unhealthy, if I once it became unhealthy, I would just stop. Um, and so, and I've always been cautious. So I wonder how that all would have worked out for me. The drugs would have been bad because my mind does not react well to drugs.
Right.
That's something that I know now as an adult, but it took me a while to figure it out.
Right. Plus, if you're any kind of creative person, there
Yeah,
are drugs that will amplify that. Whether it
sure.
amplifies it at the cost of whatever,
Yeah,
but there's definitely, we've said it before, there's definitely songs, bands, groups that are,
right,
mushrooms and acid were that whole scene. And then,
right.
what's it now? Like lean and
Yeah. Freaking cough syrup.
right. It's like,
Oh,
so I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. So it's weird too because like as far as substances that helped me be creative, it's really just whiskey and beer. Like when I would do drugs, I
Yeah.
was not creative. I was the fucking whatever the opposite of creative is. Like, but
It's probably, 100% whatever those chemicals are doing. Because, I had a problem with
yeah,
stuff up my nose for
yeah,
quite a
yeah,
long time.
yeah, yeah.
And now with my ADHD, I'm actually on a stimulant.
Mhm.
That's because what you probably would have got out of the cocaine
Yeah,
and what I got out of it were two completely different things
right,
because of whatever's going on chemically with me.
right.
So maybe that's the small element we're missing is finding the drug that fixes or quiets or
Yeah,
whatever's going on up here. You know what I mean? Especially with
yeah,
somebody that has OCD, if you could probably just get some of that to relax a bit so you don't have to, uh, you know, my human
yeah.
does it too. She has to go back and check doors, locks. She actually does it so many
Right,
times.
right,
To
right, right.
me, that's nuts.
Yeah.
It's
So,
locked.
so my OCD, because there's different kinds.
Oh, okay.
Mine was more about because I'm on medicine now, so it's not as bad,
Right.
But mine was more about obsessive thoughts
Okay.
and like organizing, but not organizing like categorizing. Like
Mm,
like I would put things in boxes in my mind. So most of my OCD was mental. And then poison, I was that's a very specific kind of OCD. I can't remember what it's called, but like super afraid of poison. Um, to the
I think
point
you
where
mentioned
like,
that before.
yeah, I may have, but I don't know how visible that is. But the back of my hands are giant scars because I washed all the skin off my hands because I was afraid there was poison on my hands.
Oh wow.
And it healed, dude. It looked so bad.
Without any chemical prompting or anything, it just regular the thought got in your head and you
Yeah.
latched onto it.
Yep. Yep. Um, dude, I took all the skin off. Like
Hmm.
my hand, I can't even describe how it looked, but it was just red
Right.
and blood. No pink. No, you know what I mean? No peach colors. Um, so yeah, that's the kind of OCD that I had. And I was afraid that food was poisoned, so I would only eat food that came in packages.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But I mean, it was to the point where like I would be scared that there was poison on people. So I wouldn't like if they touched me, I would freak out. Or like if I breathed in,
What would be the root of it? Like,
dude,
who's trying to poison you?
there's just poison in the world? I don't
There
know.
is?
I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't
When's the
know.
last time you were at the mall and you someone saw someone flop over dead because of random poison?
But well, see, so here's the thing. Like the poison to me, and I mean this is the thing with OCD, there's no real logic, right? But the poison to me was drugs. So I thought that like so many people were doing drugs that there was drugs on everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I guess that would, but there are other people who like it's just poison. Like their poison is different than my poison, you know? But
Right,
to
but you
me,
eat sugar
yeah, yeah.
and that's
So
just poison.
right. So the way that my brain processed it was it was drugs and there was drugs on everything.
Okay.
So I couldn't, it's funny because Natalie Cuomo, she's a comedian.
Hmm.
She was talking, she has OCD. And she was talking about how like she was on this podcast and she was drinking a bottle of water and she was like my brain just likes to fuck with me and there's nothing I can do about it. And she was like I will convince myself that this bottle of water is poisoned and then I will stop drinking it and all day I will be freaking out because I will think that I drank poisoned water. And I was just like yes, yes.
I kind of get it, right? Because there's a bit of the ADHD thing where I will look back. Like we'll
Right.
go with an example from work. Whatever. I had an interaction with somebody that who knows, right? Could have gone good, could have gone bad. I've had both situations. And I'll just obsess about, I should have said this. Or what if they didn't get what I mean?
Mhm.
So maybe it's the same kind of thing. It's just like a different focal
Yeah,
point.
maybe. Yeah. I just know intrusive thoughts are a motherfucker. And that's not the kind of OCD that is portrayed in the media, you know, or I freaking think everything is poison. They
Right.
don't show that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's that whole
Oh,
thing that I've kind of noticed, especially with getting on medication for ADHD.
yeah.
It doesn't work. Real life, especially in factories, it doesn't really apply. Because in
Yeah.
real life, if someone yells at you, you stand your ground and say, all right, you're going to stop yelling, or
Right.
this is going to get ugly.
Right.
But in some settings, you just have to go, well, because your position at this company is more valuable, I have to
Yeah.
listen to what you say. And
Yeah.
I have genuine problems with that because I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's it.
no, we're partners, we're a group, we're a whole
Yeah.
thing like you claim. You just happen to have this much decisions that you have to make that I have to follow. It doesn't
Right.
make you better.
Right. Right.
And respecting everybody that doesn't work in factories because people are
Yeah.
still going to gossip.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
almost the opposite of what I thought it should be.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you tell me that we're a group and we're learning together and okay, I'm all in. I'm part of this group. But then you know how that goes. Oh, you're a little too loud. You go
Yeah.
over there. It's like, what? I thought
Yeah.
we were all,
No, we're all the same, man.
no, you made this mistake. Yeah, but aren't I learning? Well, and I think it's just me. It's just what I was getting at is like with OCD and with ADHD,
Yeah.
there's these mental patterns,
Right, right, right.
like the intrusive thoughts and
Yeah. Another thing about having OCD that hurts me at almost every job that I have to find a pattern because you said pattern, it made me think about
hmm
it. I have to find patterns in everything that I do.
hmm
Um, Even if doing it to follow the pattern isn't the most efficient way to do it, I
right.
still have to follow my pattern.
That might be a part of why you're so drawn to music too, because
Yeah.
patterns is all through
Yeah.
music, right?
Yeah,
Chorus,
definitely.
verse, chorus, verse, blues bars,
Yeah.
there's it's a pattern. It might
Yeah.
not be narrowed in as a pattern like A, B, C, D, but it's still kind of a pattern. Your
Yeah.
guitar, then you get a bass player, then you get it in a drummer. So maybe since you like patterns that way,
Right, right, right,
for
right.
me, it's routine. I like routine. I like to, for some reason, I like to get up, do the same thing exactly every
Yeah.
workday. I do the
Yep.
same thing. I drink
Right.
the same energy drink because I don't drink coffee. I'll allow myself. I try to limit it to one because of all the sugar, but
Yeah.
it's got to be a certain one. It's almost exactly on time. It's the
Right.
same flipping through a couple things on YouTube. It's patterns. I seem to
Yeah.
like patterns. And
Yeah.
even at work, if you can knock me out of my pattern, that's when the problems start to rise. You
Right.
know,
Sure. Sure.
too
Sure.
much energy now. Now I'm frantic because, well, I got to do this, but you already knocked me out of my pattern. So now that's not getting done. But you knocked me out of
Right.
pattern because this is wrong. Now I got to fix that. So leave me alone so I can go over there and fix that.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
I get told, I literally have been told that I get too obsessed with fixing a problem.
Interesting.
No shit, morons. That's what you're supposed to do. I fucked
Yeah, you
up
can just let it fucking be.
and fix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's just as we're learning about mental health, right? You're learning about OCD because you're an adult with it, and we have
Yeah.
all of this in our hands now. It's not like we have to go to a psychiatrist anymore. You can ask your
Right.
best friend, why do I like, I bet if I almost guarantee because of the way I use Chat GPT, if
Yeah.
I typed it right now, I don't know if I can show this on the screen so everybody can see it. I'll make sure everything's cleared out. There's no prompting.
Okay.
All right. So blank screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to ask it why I like patterns. And I
Okay.
bet it says because you have ADHD. Why do
Yes.
I like patterns so much? I do the same thing every day before work.
Hmm.
I wonder if it's a human thing.
Maybe.
As a music lover, it's like if I'm listening to music, awesome.
Yeah.
I call it letting the robot do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I let the subconscious shit do it. Dishes, stuff like that. I
Right.
like at work if I'm on something that I know really well.
Yeah.
Great. That's when I want to be allowed to listen to music or a podcast because I
Yeah.
know because I've stuck to my patterns so much, I know I'm going to do it.
Right. Right.
It said it's very you, actually. Your brain
Mhm.
thrives on pattern because they reduce noise and give you control in a world that constantly overstimulates. See?
Yeah. Constantly overstimulates. That's definitely ADHD stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder how many people growing through life are learning about this now. Now I can look back on some of the dumb stuff I've done, some of the impulsive stuff I've done, and gone,
Right.
yeah, that's my ADHD. You don't get to use it as
Yeah.
a crutch. Oh, I'm sorry, I was a jerk to you. I was like, no, I'm still
Right.
sorry I was a jerk to you because I'm a jerk, but I see why I was being a jerk.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've been aware. So I knew that I had OCD in like my 20s,
Yeah.
like my very early 20s.
Oh, I've known all this for years with
Yeah.
you. You know what I mean?
And
It's not a secret.
yeah.
You've met
I,
me.
yeah. I didn't get medicinal help until fuck, like 2010 or 11.
I'm not even my first full year of taking medicine.
Yeah, so I was just dealing with it on my own before then, trying to
Yeah, I
figure
was
it
just
out.
weird, high
Yeah,
energy and weird.
yeah, yeah.
And of course,
So,
that plays out in bad ways. And you
right,
learn things that I can't stand people that treat other people unfairly. I can't
right.
stand it. Like being blamed for something that's not your fault or people who can shift blame around. I don't, and it creates like a, almost an instant rebellion. Like I can't stand people like that. It's like,
Yeah,
don't
sure.
talk to me then. It's like, there's these weird situations that normal people just go, oh yeah, that guy's unfair. Nothing you can do about it. Where I'm like,
Right. No.
no, there is something you can do about it. You can bring it up to the idiot and say, now do the right thing instead of just going, oh
Yeah.
well, it is what it is. I'll just roll with my day and
Yeah, see, and I mean, we've talked about this. I don't I don't believe in fairness. I don't think it exists. I think that if you try to fight for fairness or try to make the world fit into a box where things are fair, you're destroying yourself.
maybe it's not as much fair. It's more do what you say.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
um the problem I ran into at the big factory there in Shelbyville that
Yeah.
just took all of my time is the overtime.
Yeah.
It started to bother me because I was like, now this is not what I signed up for. And of
Right.
course they say, yes, it was. It's like, no, your wording was we have some overtime. That's
Right.
the kind of thing that sticks to me because I'm like, so our relationship, right, already
Mhm.
started on a lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I can't stand the company I work for. They're already lying out the gate.
Yeah. See, to me, I'm always like, well, they're in charge, so they can do whatever the fuck they want. When stuff
Sure,
like that happens to me, that's, you know,
then just do that. Then just say
yeah.
that. Don't
Just
say
say we're gonna
we're
do
a
whatever the fuck we
family
want.
and we care about everybody here or we have some
Yes.
overtime. It's like, no,
Yeah.
just tell me. And then
Right.
I'll go, yeah, I'm not interested in all those hours. Thank you,
Right.
sir. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. That ain't gonna work for me. I'm out of here.
Yeah, that was like when I signed up to work at Stand.
Hmm.
They told me that there would be some overtime.
Right.
And I was like, well, I can't work every day. You know what I mean? And they were like, well, this is the amount of days a week that we're working right now, blah, blah, blah. And then I get in there and they're like, yeah, we're working 7 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So I worked 2 weeks at 7 days and then quit. I was like,
It's
yeah,
funny now you
do
hear
this.
you hear these factories in general
Yeah,
start talking about, we care about mental health.
right.
And it's like, are you sure? Because especially some of the ones around here that are working 7 days a week, how are you going to say we care about mental health while we actively do something that destroys mental health?
Right. Right. Well, maybe they care because they're destroying it.
They care because of the people that make that decision over who's working all the overtime, 99 times out of 100 don't have to work it.
Right. So I think we've been going for about three and a
I
half
was getting ready to
hours.
talk about wrapping it up
I don't
too.
know how this always happens, dude.
We just get talking about stuff. At least
Yeah.
no one died this time.
Right. Dude,
I
in the
did
middle of the podcast.
we did have a fun little synchronicity, whatever you call that, when I start noticing weird things in life that kind of line up with the podcast.
Yeah.
So obviously we did Braden Stewart's album. We were supposed to record yesterday.
Yeah.
They did a vinyl release show
I
yesterday.
saw that, dude.
And
That's
I was just
awesome.
like, what a weird little
They pressed 100 copies and that's it.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So it's just these synchronicities of the to end on a better note, there's
Yeah.
all these little ways that this podcast is bringing this joy to my life. I'm
Yeah. Right on.
so tuned in to any song I hear now,
That's awesome.
period.
Heck
Even
yeah.
if it's some crap that I don't, I'm at least for the first minute, like, All right, what's the guitarist doing? All right, what's the drummer doing? You know what I mean? All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where's the because one of the things we talked about doing here, even though we both think hot takes and that shit can be funny, we didn't
Right,
want to do that.
right, right.
So I find it just happening more. I'm more aware, and it's in a good way. I'm like, all right, Tori Amos, she's got a new album out. I don't even not a fan of Tori Amos, but I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, that's cool. Like I
Is the whole
know,
album out now?
I don't know,
I know she's got a new single,
but I
and I
know
like.
what she is and who she is
Yeah,
and what she
yeah,
supports, and I was just happy.
yeah, yeah. Of course.
And normally I wouldn't care. I don't give a shit. It's not my genre, it's not my style. But now I'm like, oh, you know what? She does a lot of cool stuff for
She
this or
does.
that. It's the perspective
I
change.
love
It's
Tori.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's the positivity that not only am I getting in, I think we're trying to put out also.
Hell
She's
yeah.
trying to put
That's
out.
awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
So I don't know. I just wanted to bring the whole thing up a bit as
Right
a
on, man. Yeah, yeah. And the Braden Stewart album is so fucking good.
unless you're going
Yeah,
actually you kind of need it if you're going through a heartbreak because
yeah,
it'll tear jerk. It'll bring that right out of you,
yeah.
but you'll love every minute of it. It's just American blues. You get it, right? I
Right.
don't I don't think it's male centric. It's heartbreak album that a male is singing about.
Yeah, I don't think it's male centric
Yeah,
either.
it's not like girl, I miss you or
Right.
it's just
It's feelings. It's stuff that everybody's gone through,
mhm.
you know?
Yeah, it's every man it's blue collar every man
Yeah.
cowboy shit.
Yeah. Cowboy shit.
Yeah, if you like cowboy shit,
Yeah, man.
if you like country and blues, you'll like this album. There's
Yeah.
nothing else to. It's so well constructed. Obviously, it was
That's
my
really
album of the
good.
year. So, how about you close it out since you came to it new and
I mean, yeah, it's such a good album. Like, I don't know, this is totally in my wheelhouse because I love stuff that's either blues based or funk based. Like that's some of my favorite stuff. His voice is amazing. You will be shocked that was recorded by a 19-year-old kid.
do you
I mean,
see him? He
yeah,
looks like his voice.
yeah,
I don't know how
it's
else to explain
crazy.
that.
Yeah, but it's crazy. Like, definitely give this thing a shot if you like Bruce Springsteen or Tom Petty or the Allman Brothers or Leonard Skinner.
Yeah,
This
the
thing,
Allman Brothers is a good comparison because a lot of their stuff was a little light or wasn't really rock. It was more.
right, right,
I don't like pop for that term, but it was definitely more jam band.
yeah, for sure. Man, I think on that last track, he sounds so much like Greg Allman. It shocked me.
Some of the haunt. And Greg Allman could do that too. He had
Yeah,
that kind of voice that had that smoky kind of
yeah.
Sam Elliott. Yeah,
Sam
that's what I'm
Elliott,
thinking of. The actor with
the
the
actor. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Right
has
on.
that kind of
Yeah, that gravitas.
yeah.
That,
Like
yeah,
they come from the dirt, from the Texas
yeah,
dirt.
yeah, man. So yeah, I enjoyed this album a lot. I guess we're gonna do American Aquarium next week.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
I'm looking forward to that. What's the
following
I don't
Laminations, I believe it's called.
yep, that's what I got written down, Laminations. Plus I need to check out Paw and the Cold
Yeah.
Stairs and the Four Horsemen.
Heck yeah. Yeah, dude. Let me know what you think about those bands too.
Absolutely. If the people listening know more songs like I really like Mexican Wind and Friends and Snakes, that kind of groovy blues rock,
Yeah.
tag me in the group. Let me hear it because I love that kind of music.
Hell yeah. Oh, and Keep the Wolves Away is by Uncle Lucius, not Lucario. But
Oh, okay.
Uncle Lucius is another really good country rock, southern rock artist. So yeah.
That makes sense. I just heard Chris Stapleton do a
Hmm.
couple like bluesier stuff because he's a country singer, right?
Sure, sure, sure.
But there was a I don't remember what the song was called. He did it live, and there's some guitar work in there that's just like, oh, it's this Braden
Yes.
Stewart thing, this tug.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some people like Chris Stapleton, Jamie Johnson, Cody Jinks.
Hmm.
I respect the hell out of those guys,
Who's
man.
the other guy? There ain't no love in Oklahoma. That might be Chris. No, the Twisters song is another one
Mm,
of his country artists that also will add a little bit more rock, a little bit more blues.
okay.
And it's somebody like Luke Combs or something like that. It's one of these guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is Luke Combs.
Luke Combs? Okay, I haven't
Yeah, it's
listened
got
to
a
him.
little bit more
He
rock.
hasn't I don't think he's done anything in a while, but I really like Brad Paisley. I think Brad
Yeah,
Paisley is doing some good stuff
I like the
for
song
mainstream
from
country, you know?
Justified.
Yeah.
You'll never leave Harlan alive.
Right on. Right on. I think Brad Paisley definitely likes old outlaw country. Like you
That's
get
a
that vibe. You get that vibe from him. So,
yep, yep.
but yeah.
Outlaw Country. Sorry,
Outlaw country.
Archer. Did you ever
Oh,
watch
okay.
that show?
I did. I loved Archer when it first came on. I can't remember when I stopped watching it though, to be
Oh,
honest.
one of the Cheryl. She
Yeah.
like turned into an outlaw country singer for like a season,
Oh God, that's so
and
funny.
it's she would do something like knock something over and just be like
Yeah.
outlaw country.
That's great, dude. That's amazing.
All right, so we're gonna check out American Aquarium next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
We should try to pull in some New Year's kind of topics. I don't
Okay.
know what yet, but I'm gonna write that down in my little note,
All right.
and we can record whenever next week.
Want a grocery shop like it's 1999.
Please, please.
Yeah. I didn't make that up. I saw a meme, but
Uh,
said forget partying. I want a grocery shop like it's
Do
1999.
you ever, and maybe not because I'm a nerd, so
Yeah.
whatever, and I'm obsessed with Egypt and the pyramids,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
every so often I start seeing people using memes and emojis, and then I think about
Right.
hieroglyphs, and I'm just like, I think we're seeing the same thing
Hmm. Interesting.
because they
Haven't
send
really thought
like
about
something in an eggplant, right? The kids know
it. Yeah.
that's getting
Oh,
laid.
sure. An eggplant is a bound chicken. Wow, wow.
Right. So that's just me being a nerd.
Water in an eggplant.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, because we'll talk forever, we're going to
Yeah,
check
we
out
will.
American Aquarium, Laminations. We told everybody check out Braden Stewart. You will love it. Check out Tyler because Tyler's the man. And I always want to say something at the beginning of the show, and I never do, but I will break this down now. Put over Tyler.
Tyler.
Make
And
him some money.
yeah, there are ways to purchase most excellent entertainment uh gear.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler always puts it in the description, and that money goes directly to Tyler. So yeah,
Sweet.
buy a shirt. Go buy a most excellent entertainment shirt. Maybe we'll get a My Taste in Music Sucks shirt out there for you too.
I mean, you know about my jacket, right?
Yeah, the jacket's awesome, dude. Yeah, it's freaking killer.
I still haven't ran into somebody. I've had a couple people I know do it, but no
Yeah,
one out in public yet has
just
been.
randomly want to scan it.
Because I think, like, if I saw it, no.
You're like, what is that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd want to know. I would just be
yeah.
like, hate to bother you kicking rocks, but can I do the thing? Because,
Right, 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 right. But yeah, I've actually been thinking about trying to put together a shirt for My Taste in Music Sucks. Throw it to Tyler and he'll get it up on the site. I know it's a Bonfire site. Apparently, Bonfire has pretty good quality materials. So pick up a shirt, pick up a tank top, pick up a
yeah,
hoodie, pick up something. You
yeah.
know?
If you want to go ahead and start doing that, go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know. If I ever something clicks and I'm like, oh, that'd be a fun shirt, maybe I'll
yeah,
bring
yeah,
it out
yeah,
with something like that. But
yeah,
I don't really think like that. I'm a
yeah.
put it out and leave it be.
Right.
I need
And
to get better about checking our comments on YouTube and stuff too, because
yeah, someone said hi to you.
yeah,
Yeah, someone said
uh,
hi to you in the
I think it
comments.
was Nate probably.
And subscribe to the YouTube channel. So
Might have been Beth. I told you about my
oh,
friend.
it may have been Beth because the username was like BB something or other.
Yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't a full name, but yeah. But
She told me she listens all the time, and I'm like, really?
awesome. Awesome.
So
Thank you,
weird. Like
Beth.
these people know me, right? You all
Yeah.
heard me talk. Why would you?
Dude, because we're smart and we say cool stuff. No, no. don't know.
No, no, my taste in music sucks. I don't know what to tell everybody.
All right. Anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in, man. Let's do this again next week. All right.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. And have a good Christmas too.
Yeah. Have a good Christmas.
This
Happy
comes
New
out after
Year.
Christmas. I'm retarded.
Does it come out after Christmas?
Yeah,
Friday? Yeah, like the day
Friday.
after. Hope you had a good Christmas yesterday.
Yes, that works for me too. All right. Good
All
night,
right.
everybody.
Take care, guys. All right. Oh, the freaking
All right. Uh,